Oh my gosh, are you ready for the chunky goodness? Oh, the big chunky wreath base is going to be so much fun tonight. We're going to work with it in just a second. But wherever you're watching, hopefully you can see this on YouTube too tonight. We've been having trouble with our stream over there. And, but if not, I can see you guys on Facebook. We'll say hello to you. And we are also streaming on TikTok. So wherever you want to watch is good. I do not want to add a credit card right now. Gosh. I just want to see my... Leave me! Good evening, everyone. Today, it's technology problems. Please ignore my body in the video. Hello, everyone. I hope you're coming in saying hi and you're ready to... Okay, my iPad's not set up. It's okay. Cancel. I'm not buying anything. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna have to, I can't use my phone for, well, my iPad is just frozen up, guys. So I'm not gonna be able to see your comments. So I am gonna just be chatting with y'all and hoping you're here and you can see me. Anyway, I was just telling the TikTok viewers that we are gonna send out a text in just a second for this live. So if you want to grab a spot on the text list, it's 832-734-5201. And you can text us. Nicole, if you need me, chat with me on TikTok, okay? Because I can't see anything on Facebook right now. But I can see your comments on TikTok. Y'all, it's Khalees on TikTok. It's actually Khalees.com on TikTok, everyone, okay? So if you want to meet, if you got a great question you want to ask it over there. I'm sorry I'm not able to see anyone's comments right this second. All right, so what we're going to use for this project today is we're going to work with the big dimensional wreath base. And I think sometimes people are intimidated by these, but basically they have a wire frame inside and they have all this great, this is called angel vine, and it's wrapped all around there. And it's really nice and chunky. And this is all brown. This is how it comes. This is natural. And we're going to use a couple of gorgeous supplies for this. Y'all know I have been on a total kick with the clematis. I'm like totally in love with it. And this is like a bright, beautiful white clematis. And I am live on YouTube. Good. Am I live on Facebook? Are we good on Facebook? I know you probably are letting me know on Facebook. Let me know, Nicole, if I'm good. Yay! So we're going to use this clematis. And when I saw it, it was such a pretty white, I thought, let's mix it with lemons. And this is a gorgeous lemon with a bloom. So we are going to mix the two together. And then you can't, I've been using this one in design school lately, this gorgeous ribbon that's double-sided with yellow and check. So we're going to use that for our bow. And what I'm going to show you is a super easy way to just make basically like a wreath attachment that you can attach to this frame. And you don't have to worry about really adding a whole bunch of other pieces to make a really pretty wreath, okay? So the first thing we need to do is tie up our bow and get it going. Okay, you can see me on Facebook too. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all coming over here and telling me. I appreciate you so much. I usually like to talk with my audience if I'm live, so I apologize that I am. I can see you on TikTok if you want to chat. Come on over here. All right, let's tie our bow first. Okay, this is our Easy Bow Maker girl. And Nicole can probably be in the comments on Facebook. If anybody needs help, she can help you too, okay? Now, I am going to really celebrate this gorgeous ribbon. So I'm going to put in, I think, I'm going to go with about a 16-inch tail just for a nice amount of tail on there. Let's just fold over the edge. Well, no, this ribbon, we can dovetail it. Let's dovetail it. It looks pretty good. I don't think it's going to fray. So let's go ahead and get a nice dovetail in there at 16 inches, okay? And then bring that to the center and just pleat that right up. And we'll bring it in. Hello, Mary Jo! Did you just get this ribbon? Fantastic. It's luscious. It's luscious. Y'all, be warned, if you start playing with fancy ribbon, you are in trouble. You are so in trouble. It's kind of like when you start driving a nicer car, you get a nicer model of something. Oh, you're just in love with it. But I will say with the fancier, more expensive ribbon, you don't need to use as much. You can really just have a little. So I'm going to pleat that down. There's one loop, okay, and 2 tails at 16 here. All right, and then let's come in and do one more. And I think our next loop, we might just do a bow tie. Let's see if we like that. Okay, and pleat it and send it down here. I love that, and that's looking good. That looks really pretty. Oh, you know what? But I think I do want a separate layer of tails just layered on there. So we'll do another tail too. All right, let's come in here and cut it at an angle. Come right into the center and layer these up as short as you want. I am going to go about 6 inches in between them. Okay, I'm going to take and scrunch it and twist it. Yeah, like that. So my first tails were at 16, then the next tail's around 10 or 12, okay? Now I'm going to make this loop at 5. The other loop was at 7. Okay, yeah, that looks nice. So we're just going to have 2 layers on this bow. You guys, we're usually making bows on Wednesday also, so if you are feeling like you need help with your bow making and you want to learn more skills, I'm here every Wednesday making bows with you. I do like to use the Easy Bow Maker. I think I've used it for like 20-something years, and it's a no-brainer to work with, okay? It just holds it for you. You can do all this by holding it in your hand, but it holds it in there so nicely. Okay, bring that down. And now I'm going to use 2 cable ties here. I need a short one and a long one. And we'll pull this off the bow maker. Get that nice and tight. All right, good to go. Okay, rotate that between your fingers and go ahead and fluff this up and really give it that, you know, that dimension we're always talking about. Totally, lots of dimension. See how pretty it is? And these are lined right up. I love that you can see that yellow popping out the sides. That's beautiful. Come back in with your longer cable tie and get that nice and tight. Yep, tight it right up. Oh, look how cute. Isn't that cute? Lots of movement in that. All right, now let's cut the cable tie off. You love the plaid? Thank you. Is it possible to do three bow ties? Oh, you could have. Mary Jo, what we call, you could put 3 layers in. When I call it a bow tie, it means it has no tail. So it looks like, you know, a bow tie on a shirt. But I went ahead and changed that. I went ahead and just put 2 layers, but you definitely could. When you're using this big fancy 4-inch ribbon, it's kind of less is more. You know what I mean? Okay, now I'm going to go down the middle there with a piece of my check. I could reverse it to the yellow. I have a piece. Oh, I have a saved piece here. Y'all, I am working in the smallest little area. You'd think I wouldn't lose my 1 piece of ribbon. I had it cut and ready to go. Guys, Liverinos, what am I going to do with myself? I'm in a small little area. Oh, it fell. No, that's my... I was like, there it is. No, that's my dovetail. All right. You know what that means. I'm going to have to cut my beautiful ribbon. I know, it's exciting. It's so jazzy. All right, let me cut a little strip, even though I already have a strip, which I'm going to find right after I cut this. Who does that happen to all the time? Anyone else? Me, all the time. All right, we're going down the middle. You can keep it check. I think I'm going to run this little yellow stripe that's on the edge. I'm going to run that right down the center of a little check. So it's going to look like that going down the middle. Okay, like this. I'm going to run that right down the center. And the reason I like to do that is it hides the mechanics, but then it gives you a really finished looking center and really classy. And you're not having to do anything. You can make 3 centers out of one little section of ribbon on there. Okay, cut these off. And let's get ready to make our cluster, okay? We're just going to set the bow to the side for a second. Move our bow maker. That ribbon's going to show up any second. Now, I showed you our clematis and our lemon, and we are going to be making a cluster out of this where we're going to add the bow. Okay, you do this too? I get it. I get it. You lose stuff. I'm sure you guys are saying on Facebook you do it all the time. I mean, I specifically put it aside no less than 30 minutes ago when I was setting up for this video. Okay, now, guys, I picked the clematis. I love the clematis, and this bright, beautiful white reminded me of the blooms on a lemon. So that inspired me to combine these. Now, they're on two different stems, but what we're going to actually do is kind of intertwine them. So they look like you have placed them there beautifully together. So I'm just going to slide these in next to each other, and you're going to kind of manipulate them where the blooms zigzag in and out, and it's just gorgeous. Now, let these have lots of movement. In design school, we call that shaking hands. I'm going to shake hands with each section. I like to take a little of these curls and curl up a few twigs. And make sure you're not covering up anything. Like, everybody needs its own little place here. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to cable tie these together right here gently on the back. If you had some green cable ties, this would, you know what, I'm going to actually use wire. If you had some little bitty green cable ties, that would be perfect. Like ones you use for Christmas time. But this green wire is going to hide really easily in here. So I'm just going to do a couple of pieces. I usually like cable ties because they're easier, but this will be so camouflaged you won't see it. There's one. Let's put one more down here. And then I'm just going to twist this to keep these pieces together. Now, we're still going to use cable ties when it comes to making the whole bush, but I want to keep these tight. You see, you can't get wire quite as tight as you can a cable tie, but that's a good start. Manipulate your greenery. So there's one cluster where I'm putting those two together. Don't cut off the stems yet. We'll decide that when we get towards the end. Why? It happens all the time? Is that what they're saying on Facebook? Oh, thanks, Mary Jo. Mary Jo is over here on TikTok saying she's always surprised kind of or amazed how all these elements go together. Oh, thank you. I like to consider myself kind of a professional. So I try. I really try. And when I see something that goes together so beautifully, I can't help but share it with you. And we're not even going to need any extra greenery. This clematis comes with gorgeous greenery, and so does the lemon. So when you mix two really beautiful pieces together, you're good to go. You know, you're good to go. So I'm using wires again to just cluster these together, just twisting them. And then I'm going to put one more at the top. And that's because I'm kind of creating my own spray here, you know. So you can always do this anytime that you see two pieces that you really just want them to mix. You can do this easily. Cut that off. All right. Isn't this beautiful? I love it. And we'll manipulate it more when we get our cluster going. So let's go ahead and let's bring our wreath frame back so we can kind of get our spacing right. So when I'm talking about spacing, what I'm talking about is the distance between how far we want to make this cluster to fit our wreath base, okay? We're making this to fit this really chunky angel vine wreath base, but maybe you want to make something to fit another wreath that you already have. So let's not make any decisions till we kind of get our base back and take a look at it, okay? Here's our chunky wreath base. Good evening. Good to see you too. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to I want it to be off to the side, okay? Look how pretty this is already. We've literally done hardly anything, y'all. So if we just overlap these slightly, okay? I like that. It gives me a nice flow up here and down. I think that's beautiful. If we want to rotate that more to the bottom, we could. Let's say you're feeling more symmetrical. Look at this right here. No problem being symmetrical. Whatever you're feeling when you do a cluster design, you can make adjustments super easy. So let's just, I like this. Now let's check our bow size and see if this will work, okay? Because we're going to need to trim these down. We don't need a million stems sticking out. Oh my gosh, look how pretty this is going to be. Oh my Lord. I think that's enough space for the bow. I like that. So let's go ahead and agree with this is a good size. I'm just going to hold this in one hand while I move my base out of the way for a second. And then we're going to finalize and secure this together so we're good to go with that size. You guys, we will have the supply list for this entire project, so you can grab any of these supplies on Khalees.com when we are all done, okay? Now, let's just start off by not losing our place and just getting a cable tie in right here. Let's get number 1 in. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about it moving on us. We've got one securing it. Now I'm going to flip that cluster over, and we can get rid of all this extra stems right here, okay? Not quite yet. We're going to do it in a second, but I'm going to use a couple more for stability, all right? Don't get too eager before we trim them, because you will thank me in the end, because this can all be just nice and neat and stable. Yeah. So let's say you do events and you want to be able to set some easy pieces up. Well, you make these clusters. You can use them for different events. They can attach to all kind of different pieces. And literally you're just taking one cable tie off, your attachment cable tie, and you can have these all over the place and pre-made and ready to go. And that's work you could do at home before you got to the venue. Look at that. Okay, isn't that great? Now let's shape it out, because we just had it squished on its poor little tummy. Rotate the greenery. I love that greenery on the clematis. Let's get everybody shaped out how we want them. You do need to give them a little motion. Come on up. We want to see those lemons. I want them popping. This is so fresh and pretty. I love this combination. Now, I'm going to go to the back, and you see the longer stem shooting out? We're going to cut that, okay? Cut that one off. Same over here, cut this one off. Other than that, you're going to leave everybody else, because we use that to make this super stable. So y'all pop in the comments what else you think you could do if you made a cluster like this. How could you use it different ways in your home right now with your decor? This is so pretty. I love it. So pretty. Hello. Good to see you. All right. Now, let's grab another cable tie, and this will be the cable tie we attach it all to the base with. So what I'm going to do is, depending how the wires go in the frame is depending how we're going to put this on. So let's go ahead and put the bow on first, and I'm just going to have this tucked under the bow, okay? So have it this way. All right, so you make sure it can close on the frame. All right, and if you want it removable, just use wire instead of a cable tie. Now I'm going to attach this bow over that cable tie to secure it, okay? And I'm going to do it a little bit catty corner, because that's the way I like to do these. Almost all my wreaths, I have the bows slightly twisted. Call it cattywampus, catty corner, whatever, at an angle. All right, perfect. Now, manipulate my tails a little bit. Maybe I want this to kind of come a little bit behind this piece and this down here. Once we get it on the base, we can play with that a little bit more. But there's our bow right in there with our lemons and our clematis, okay? Super simple recipe. And let's get the base back, okay? Isn't that ribbon amazing? It is gorgeous. It really is. Okay. Let's bring this one in. And there's our tail off the bow. I'm going to take that off. All right, and here's our attachment cable tie we put on. See it here? Okay. Now I've got to figure out my angle and where exactly I want it, but I'm feeling it like right around here off to the side, okay, on our big chunky base. That is just beautiful, no-brainer. So in order to get through here, what I'm going to need to do is just kind of either grab my awl, which I know is right here, and an awl is just like, it's kind of like an ice pick. It's got a pointy part, but it will let you get into the frame here, and you can find the wire. I don't want to just trust the, just the actual angel vine. I want to try to get under that wire if I can. And so when you put the cable tie in, you need a way to be able to kind of fish it back out. So you grab under the wire and then just kind of pull it back out. All right, so there, it went in nice and smooth under a support wire. And now, grab in here and let's get it all secured. Then we'll do a big fluffy wuffy. You gotta get a big fluff on this dude. So when you see a really chunky base like this, oh, my cable ties. If you don't hear it doing a little noise, you know it's not in there, right? There it goes. What is your problem? It should do the click, click, click. There it goes. Like it's making no noises. So keep pulling it tight till we get it tight into the base, because we don't want it sagging. There we go. Yes, I feel it getting nice and tight. And that way, you don't have to worry about this coming off. Look how cute. Okay, so looks like a hot mess. Give me a second. I'm going to fluff it up into happiness. So if you are into mass production, you want to make a bunch of pieces, sell at a craft show, or maybe you want to just do a bunch to fill your shop booth if you rent a space at a shop, or maybe you're in an antique or vendor mall. These kind of pieces are easy to make quickly. And when you can make something quickly, you don't necessarily have to mark it up as much as a normal piece because you don't have all the labor involved. And I do encourage you to try some of the higher end ribbons, because you see we didn't need a lot here to make this look fantastic. But this combination is so beautiful and yummy. It is just popping off the screen, and it's going to pop off your customer's door, your door if you want to make one for yourself, and all of the above.
Hey, Bloomerinos, look what we're going to make today. We are making an adorable bow that's lemon inspired. And we're going to be using this bow in one of our wreath kits, but I'm going to show you here how to make it step by step. So we are going to use these 3 ribbons. This one here, take a look at it. It has a tan background with beautiful lemons and even like a little bit of, you know, the sheen of the lemon. It's just like a juicy lemon. You know, you're thinking summer day. And this ribbon here is called a Swiss dot, and it's little bitty dots. Texture to it. We love that. And the bright yellow, which goes great with this white and yellow on the lemons and the lemon slices. And then finally, this is a nice detail ribbon we're going to add to our bow, and has a little black edge, which is pulling in with the dark green on the leaf, and then it's bringing that natural kind of summer vibe to the whole wreath itself. So those are our 3 ribbons. These do come in this kit. If you need the link to the kit or the kit video, just let us know right here in the comments, and we'll be happy to get that for you. But I'm going to start off by doing this one. Now, we're going to use the Swiss dot on the back. So I'm going to load that on my bow maker. And if you've never been here before, I'm so glad you're able to stop by and watch this video. I'm Kali, and on here we like to teach you how to make wreaths and swags and centerpieces and anything with artificial florals. That is my expertise, and I'm so glad you came to watch. Now, when I start a funky bow, I have an 8-inch tail, and I measure that, and then I twist and have that go up, and that gets me going. Now on the left side, I'm going to start my bow. And over here, that is going to be about 6 inches. It doesn't need to be too big. 6 inches, and then I twist it when I get to the center. And I like to keep this nice and loopy. It gives you that nice flowy feel, which is the style of wreaths that I teach in design school. So when you're watching here, you're learning that too. And when you're ready to take your skills to the next level, you're going to want to come join us in class, because there, help you build on the basics and start to really get your designs poppin', you know, really looking amazing. Pop it, you know, like the kids say, poppin'. It was an interesting choice in words for me, but yeah, it's poppin'. These little bumps on this ribbon are super cute. So we got 2 loops on each side, and we got a tail going up and down. Now, bring in your next layer. And for us, it's going to be this one with the tan and the black. I love that. And this will lay really pretty against the ribbon we already have up here. Now, I'm going to take and trim this. This also comes in the kit, and you will get it. Now, it's not a wired ribbon, but I still like to use it in here. So I generally make that tail just a little bit shorter. And these, we're going to make them also shorter at 5.5. So twist, and anytime you put the black edge detail on a ribbon, it looks so good. It looks so good. And I'm going to do 3 loops of this one, and it will give us this kind of flower effect almost at the center of our bow. That twist it. I want to hold out. I'm going to hold it with my fingers. All right, and then my final piece here, I'm twisting again. And then I will cut this tail to go on top of this one. Very similar, all right? Okay, now our next layer is going to be the lemons themselves. This is the lemon ribbon. And I'll cut this at an angle to be opposite the one at the top. And we'll pop that in at 8 inches here and bring it down. Yes, look how cute. Y'all need to get some juicy lemon decor on your door this summer. I think it just brings up a great feeling. It's just screaming summer. Like I said, it's popping. And these loops are at 5 inches, and I just did one on either side so far. And now I'm going to twist again, and we're going to put in a couple. We're going to build this puppy up. All right, and then spread these out just like that, front and back. All right, we got 2 on each side so far, and now I'm going to take and add the third one. So these are going to roll just right between the other black and tan pieces we put in. I love how wispy it looks. And we'll cut this to match down here, and it'll be an opposite cut of what we got going. Perfect. And now let's get our yellow, bringing it back just to finish out this center. And we're going to have a shorter tail now, probably about 6 inches. Twist it, hold it. And you can see how versatile it is to build up your bow, just like this. It's popping. It's popping. Everything's popping. Y'all definitely should put "it's popping" in the comments, because that would let me know you were here. And we can add that to our vocabulary. Normally I say ribbon is juicy, but today I'm thinking summer and sunshine, and yeah. I guess, you know, if anything, lemons should be juicy. It's juicy and it's popping. Oh my gosh, guys. All right. Now you can see I took it off the bow maker right here. And what I need to do now is take and rotate this back behind between my fingers. And now I make the magic come all together and I fluff it up, okay? So your job is to get this really going. Separate these out. Make sure you got a little bit of loop or a tail everywhere. Same thing over here. And then you know it's looking so cute once you get it fluffed up, and you want all that dimension. Really important. Now I'm going to add a cable tie to the back, and that'll be how we attach it to our project that we're going to use it on. But y'all, if y'all have enjoyed making this bow, make sure you come and you like, subscribe, and follow, because I'm doing stuff like this every week. If you'd like notifications when I'm live creating for you or with you, make sure you get on our email list, or our text list would be even better. Now I'm going to use this little strip of ribbon I just cut off and put it down the center. So our text list is idea. That is 832-734-5201. Just text us VIP to get on the list, and we will shoot you out a text anytime we have a new video coming out. If you send us email on the text list, we'll send you a link where you can get on our email list, where we're sending out weekly emails with inspiration, so you can find these videos again easily, and easily find how to join us in design school as well. Look how pretty. Look how cute. Isn't it great? We did it. We made it together. We're getting ready to work with our foam base. Now this is actually foam underneath like an artificial moss, which makes it so easy to work with, and you got a great clean looking starting point. And we are making our sunshine lemon wreath kit. And we've already made the bow, so you can learn how to make that on a different video. And you can see the other supplies that come in the kit. You get 3 full rows of ribbon, which is great because we are going to need these to make not only one bow, but we're going to make a nice, really pretty hanger for this wreath. And you'll have extra ribbon for other projects. This is a piece of wire that does not come in the kit, but you will need to find a 18 gauge piece of wire because that's how we're going to make the hanger out of. Now, you get the wreath base, you get this gorgeous berry bush, and the neat thing about this is it's got this great greenery and twigs. So that'll be our solution for our greenery and filler flowers. And if you're in design school, you've learned how important all those fillers really are. Then in your kit is going to be a couple of lemon stems here. These are perfect with their lemon leaves that are kind of a smaller scale. That's going to work great on our base. And then finally, because we've got a lot of moss look going on with our wreath, we want to use this right here. And these are twigs that we'll be using that have that moss covering on them that goes great with this. So this wreath literally screams summer, and I think you're going to enjoy making it with us. The first thing I'm going to do today is we are going to be putting on the hanger so you can learn how to do that. So let's do that first. All right, Bloomerinos, we're going to be making our latest kit, and that means adding a hanger to this. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to need an 18 gauge wire, and we're going to use the ribbons that come with this kit right here in order to make a hanger. Now, I don't think it's so cool to make the hanger actually out of the ribbon, but we pretend it is made out of it. So what I want you to do is kind of find what you think is going to be the top of your wreath base. In this case, this one looks good everywhere. So I can just kind of flip it over and know this is going to be my top. I'm going to turn it to the side here so it's a little easier for me to work with. This is a piece of 18 gauge wire that I'm folding in half. This one's paper wrapped, but you can find these wrapped with like different like little plastic or twine, whatever you need. And then I'm going to put this right here on the back, and I'm going to grab some floral pins. Now, if you don't know what a floral pin is, it is a metal U-shaped pin. They're very hard to see on camera. You see it on the top of my hand? All right. And you can buy them at the craft store like this, and they're great to go into things like this that are foam. And we use them in floral design all the time. So I'm going to take and just push this in here, and I'm going at an angle so I don't push through my wreath. I'm going to push it in at an angle. Okay, so I went in that way. This way. So we've got 2 of those in. Now what I'm going to do now is just fold these back. So they're going to hold right over that. And now I know that will be my hanger. And it's so simple on a foam base. Well, that's fine. That's cool. But y'all, we don't want that showing. We want to be able to cover that with ribbon. So I'm going to show you how to do that now and make it really cute. So grab you some ribbon and decide what you want at the top. And I'm going to use this one at the top. This is the bow we did on another video. And that one's going to be our bow on this wreath. So I think the lemons would look really cute up here at the top. So what I want you to do is cut a strip long enough on each side to kind of come around and hide our hanger. So I'm just kind of guessing on the length right now. If we started back here and we hid the wire, right, and we came around, it would need to be about this long. I'm going to cut it a little extra long. Okay, and make sure these cuts are straight because we're going to go on the edge of the wreath. Okay, so right here in the front, take and just twist this around, tuck that in. So here's what it looks like on the back. It's tucked in the front. It's a little too long. I'm going to cut it a little shorter. You see what's happening? All of a sudden, my wire is disappearing behind this ribbon. All right. Let's see. think that's going to work perfect right there. So I'm going to lay these pieces down right here, and you're going to come back and now pin that ribbon in the same spot, okay? Now, when you go through the ribbon, it is a little tricky to punch through. So punch, through, and then do the glue if you can. Go back in the same holes, and then try to go at an angle again. You don't want to push through the top of the, through the front of the wreath. Ooh, perfect. That's going to fit on there perfectly. And now this on this side. Now this is a little bit of extra time, a little work, but in design school and here too, I want you to learn how to make your pieces quality that are going to last a long time. And if you want to sell them, you want your customers to be incredibly thrilled. And let me show you how nice and polished this looks. So when this is hanging on their wreath hanger at their door, that is what it will look like. Isn't that clean and neat? That looks great. Now, if you want to go to the next level and just take it a little bit further, what we're going to do is gather this a little bit to make a little loop at the top, right? And now you're going to want to get a cable tie. We'll put a little cable tie right there. I think the loop is fine and it looks good, but I think sometimes we could go a little bit further, right? So here's my green cable tie. I'm going to come in here, and we're leaving a little loop at the top, and now I'm going to tie this on tight. All right. Okay. So you can see here, make sure the ribbon just pulls right above your wire. So you've created a little hanger here. And now with this part, trim that off. You can come in and add a little bit of another detail ribbon. And you don't have to go crazy. I'm just going to use the brown and black that comes in the kit, and I'm going to put that across here. And I'll move that little nub kind of to the back so it doesn't show so much. And all I'm going to do is just do a little hand over hand knot. We want to hide the cable tie holder. There's one knot. Do one more. Cute. And then take these and just trim them a little shorter. Boom. And boom. So, it's simple like that. You have a professional held on hanger that's adorable. And it's going to work at the top of our wreath. And from the back, yep, all wired. You won't have saggy ribbon as your hanger. You'll have a nice, polished, professional hanger. And now we're going to get ready to use the rest of the supplies in the kit to make this wreath. Now, this is a foam wreath base, and the advantage of that is I'm going to be able to build this right on the wreath base. The only thing you will need to make this kit on your own is you'll need floral pins, a glue gun, wire cutters, cable ties, and some 18 gauge wire, and then you'll be set to go. But you do have to use floral pins to put this design together because we're going to work right into the base. Now, our greenery and filler we're going to use is this berry bush, and it works excellent for this project. Now, ideally, we don't want to cut this into small pieces because then it will mean lots of places we have to attach to the wreath. So in order to make this easier construction, what I want you to do is use a method we teach in design school called clustering, and we're going to do it here today. So I'm going to build up my cluster with using the base that the greenery and the greenery, the picks, the lemon picks come on. And it will help me have a faster construction and more stable. So the first thing I want to do is I want to lay out my background. So on this particular bush, you see these big leaves? We move that to the back because we want them to work as our background greenery. We want this pretty ivy, that we want to be in the front because that's like so pretty. And then this lacy leafy fern, yeah, we want it up front too. So you start just kind of placing it out here and you shape it up. All right, just kind of get a good start. Now, when we put this on our wreath and we make our cluster, I know that it's going to go down at the bottom here. Let me move our twigs. So down here at the bottom. Now, and I'll be able to attach it like that. But I need some more coming down, right? I've got this coming down. I'm going to try to get this berry coming down. And our bow will be in the middle, which we've already made our bow. So you can kind of look and you say, okay, we need more length. So in order to create a little space in here, what I want you to do is kind of cut this bush in half. All right, we're going to use a little tricky trick. So I'm going to use this up here high, right? And this will fill in around the bow. But then I'll be able to bring this piece back, keep that stem on, and extend this down. Now I'm just going to build it on the table for a little bit. But you see how I just took my bush and I kind of made a little mini swag with it? Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're making our own little mini swag. So you are going to need several cable ties, guys, to do this. So just get you a package of those because they're going to be part of how we're putting this together. Now, most of the cable ties are going to be hidden here in the background of our design. So you're not going to really notice them. But just in case you want to think about what leaves we could use to hide any mechanics or Spanish moss, if you have some Spanish moss in your stash. Okay, now lay your bow in there now. See how we extended out better? That's all we were trying to accomplish there. Now, let me grab a couple more cable ties. Here's some shorter green ones. I'm going to grab a couple of those. Let's build up from here. So here is my lemon pick. One of them, I have two of these. Remember, we're going to use our bow in the middle, so we've got to make sure that these are laying out really nicely outside of what we would call the bow zone in design school. So that's what we're doing here. We're laying this out further. So there's one, and this is such a really nice wired stem. I mean, sometimes I think, oh, this is so good quality. I love this. Every little piece is wired. So this is just great to lay in right there. And you can see I am not cutting any of these stems. We are just building up this little swag right here behind. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start with that. Scoot this lemon over a little bit. Now let me add the bow in the middle. Hey, that's fine. Good spacing. So you're just checking for that by keep bringing your bow back. So if you haven't made your bow yet and you're watching this part of the video, you kind of have to have an idea of what size it is. Now, you're going to watch me just weave in some of the berries between the lemons and give it a cohesive look so it doesn't look like this is laid on top, but it's kind of built in. And we like to call that breaking the plane. I like for different florals to break the plane of other florals. If you're like me and you yank off that berry, just glue it back on. That was a little aggressive. That can happen. All right, my lemon, let's bring this forward. I'm going to bring this fern a little bit over here. Just like to twist those around a little and just bring them into the design. If we can. That one might be a little too, it's going to have to go behind. I love that ivy because it's all curly. Okay, once I'm happy with that, and I think I've got good spacing, right? We come in with those cable ties we just grabbed, and we continue to make our little cluster here. So we're making a mini swag. One more cat down here. Y'all, we've been doing a whole class on lemon and sunshine pieces in design school this last week. And you know what? Together, the collection is amazing. So if you're in class and you haven't had time to go log into the portal, make sure you get in there because it is so cute. This would go great with our collection we just made. Okay, look how nice and strong that is. Now what I want you to do is, remember I told you we got to identify some leaves we could take off. I'm going to steal a couple of these lemon leaves that are kind of flipping around. We're going to pull those off, because I don't like them going backwards anyway. Because I'm a crazy leaf pet peeve. I like them forward. Now I'm taking these and gluing them on top of the cable ties that might show down here, just right on that base. Okay, so I kind of hid some mechanics. Don't you love it? All right, I've got one extra leaf. This is going to be hidden by the bow, so I don't really have to worry about it. Now, we've got our swag made. Bring your wreath back over, and you're going to start to see this cutie come together really fast. Now, when you put this on, we have to kind of center it where there's half weight on the left, half weight on the right, so it doesn't sag too much. So you bring it down so this bow can be balanced on here so it doesn't sag. And you might have to play with that a little, but once you do, you'll know exactly, okay, it's right at the center. It's coming down the middle of that hanger. I love that. So it looks like this right here, okay? It's coming right down the middle. We know our bow is going to be coming into there, and we want all of that lining up. Lines are so important in your design. So I'm going to angle that up just a little bit more, and you double check what you want. Now, I want you to grab your twig stem and bring it back over. We're going to kind of use it in the background of our cluster we just made, okay? So pull it off for a second. Slide this dude back over. Now, your twig, you can go ahead and trim off this stem. We don't need it that long, so just trim it off right here. And you can hold on to that wire to use in a different project. And what I want you to do is go ahead and play with the direction of some of these twigs, because we got to change direction when we hit our bow. All right? Design school students know what I'm talking about and how important that is. You can see immediately when I lay that in there, now I've got these fun wispy twigs that add a whole nother level to your design, and I highly encourage you doing that. Get the twigs out. Now let's put in there, one cable tie at the center should be good for this. Then we're going to be ready to kind of attach it to our wreath once we get the bow in. So we've made our swag, now we're bringing our bow in, and we're going to put it right in the middle. Isn't this fun? I mean, it feels like I can't do that, Kali. I cannot make these things you do, but then I hope when I break it down step by step, you really feel like, wait a minute, I can do that, because I know you can. Y'all, designing and creating with artificial flowers just brings me so much joy, and being able to teach you, I hope that you can find creativity in your heart and you can make something beautiful for yourself, because you deserve it. You deserve some love. And it's okay to have a pretty home and a pretty space to work in. It's okay to have a pretty craft room. All of those things are so important. I'm going to just curl these up a little bit to kind of start playing with them. We'll do more in a minute, but now that our mini swag is made, the fun part is we're going to add it to the wreath. All right? And it's going to kind of, remember, going to cascade down and over like this. So it's sitting at this angle. So what I want you to do now is get your basket of floral pins back, because this is how we're going to attach it to our base. Now grab your glue skillet. Here's my glue skillet right here. I'm going to put a little hot glue. You do have to glue them as you go into the foam. And then I want you to get in here to the base and just go over the stems and put it in at an angle so you don't pop through the back. So there goes my first pin. And I would like you to get at least 3 in down here at the bottom. Now I'm going to come from this side. And you can kind of go through the center. You can go beside a cable tie, however you want to hold it. That one I grabbed it. Cable tie. All right, now let me turn it to the side. And we can come up here too. Remember, I can grab some pieces up here. When you work with a foam wreath base, the main thing you don't want to do is get a lot of pins in one area. You want to try to spread them out if you can, so you don't create any weaknesses in the foam. Now, where's our leaf? We saved a leaf earlier. I've lost it. I thought, oh, here it is. Now, anywhere you put a floral pin you need to hide, no big deal. You just grab that leaf, you throw some glue on the back, and then I just, boom, glue it right there. It looks like it belongs there, and that hides in the background. So work your way all the way around. I think I want one more on this side. But this turned out amazing, guys. I love it. I love it. And I think you can make it too. And I can't wait for you to share with us what you've been making. Put it here in the comments, what you're working on. You can always send us an email. Shoot it to us on the text list. We can't wait to see what you've been creating and help you along on your floral journey, because y'all, it is so much fun to have fun with flowers. And I appreciate each and every one of you being here, because making things like this is what I truly just love to do. Isn't it beautiful?
Today we're going to be making a really fun watermelon door hanger, and we love making these type of projects because they're quick and easy, and that's why we thought we would do them for you so you can get a quick win. Whether you're new to floral design or you've been doing it forever, this kind of base is really super fun to work with, and it gives you this pop of color and dimension that it's just gorgeous. And so we're glad you're here. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, do all the things, because we're going to have some fun and work some magic. So for this project, we're going to be using a watermelon base. This is just a door hanger. It comes pre-made like this. So be looking for interesting little shapes like this. In design school, we work with all kind of fun projects and materials. So we're always looking for something different. I'm also using a couple of geranium sprays because we're going to pick up the colors that are in here. So you can see your color palette. You've got red, you've got green, you've got cream. This will be our greenery. I thought we'd add a little bit of sunflower just to pop that white that's in there. And then there's a couple of little surprise elements you're going to have to watch a little bit further to see. But the first thing we're going to do is make our bow. And we picked out our bow right here with these two ribbons is what we're going to use. So let me move our little watermelon out of the way and we'll get hopping on our bow. You know, right now our design school is open and accepting new members, but depending when you're watching this video, it may be closed because it's only open twice a year. But you can get on our wait list or sign up today at Khalees.com, and we would love to have you. We teach you tips and techniques just like we're showing you today, so you can make beautiful, beautiful things for your home to sell, give as gifts. We do, you know, everybody does all those things. So I start off with my first tail, and this is a 20-inch tail that I'm using if you go the whole length of the bow maker. So I'm going to go over here and give this a trim at an angle. Okay, we're going to do that first. I'm going to take and measure it, come on to the center. This is where I twist. Very nice. If you need a link to the bow maker or a link to the supplies we're using in this project, just let us know in the comments and we will get you a link. And all of these supplies we're using today are from Khalees.com. These loops are at 7 inches. I'm going to come in and twist. So I've got one on each side so far. I'm going to come in with my second one at 7 inches. Come to the center and twist. Hold with your fingers in the middle and start to separate them out. I love that. 7 inches. And we're going to scrunch it, because we don't twist now because we want our tail to face front. There we go. There's our tail. I'm going to bring that up and cut it at an angle. Fantastic! Now, we got to come in with the watermelon ribbon. Of course, we want a little pop of that, and everybody loves the gingham. We've been using the gingham all year long and so many different things. So smoking popular. Come right into the center. Just decrease the tail length by about 2 inches. So we were at 20, these will be about 18. Come in and twist. Hold that in the center. And this one's going to be about 1 inch shorter. I'm going to go to 6 inches. Twist. I'm going to go down this other side. That's 6 inches. And scrunch that one. Just one loop of the watermelon. Just a nice little sweet bow. Now what I do is I'm going to go ahead and take a cable tie. Just a nice little 8-inch cable tie. Let me get one over here. And we're going to run it right against the dowel rod and gently bring that up. We make the bow first because it's the part of the project that we need to put at the very end. So we want to have it ready to rock and roll. All right, there's my bow. I flip that to the back. I'm holding pressure while I'm doing all this. Bring those tails down. and start to manipulate these loops so they face up and they pop up pretty for you. You always want to use wired ribbon on your projects because it'll make your project look like $1,000,000. Look at there. So cute. Now, a little bit different. We're going to use in the center, I'm going to use a floral pin. So here's a floral pin. Let me see. Can you see it? It's a little bitty pin. You can get these at your local craft store. And that is used to push this in to our final piece when we get to the end. So I just slide it under, hold it, and get this tight. Okay, trim that part off. Yay, trim that off. We're doing really good. Last little touch is I want to run a little bit of ribbon down the middle to hide the cable tie. So I think what would be cute is to use part of this polka dot down the middle. So I'm going to cut a 12-inch strip of the red and black. Now I'm just going to cut right along the edge here. So I just get the little black polka dot. And I'll save this strip for other centers. So I'll just keep this. I'll just roll it right back up on the roll with the other ribbon. And then look how cute. We put the polka dot right in the center. Stinking cute. You do have to work it through your pin. Your pin's already attached, so it's no big deal. And just do a knot. Okay, and trim these off. Very good job. So our bow's done, our floral pin's in the back, ready to roll, and this part of the project's finished. Let's get back our base. We're going to build our foundation now. So I'm going to grab my watermelon, and I'm going to have it hanging this way, where the pointy part of the melon's going to go up. So this is the bottom part. So you need to decide if you want your arrangement higher or lower. I'm going to make mine lower. If you look on the frame, there's a place right here where these two pieces meet. So whenever you're going to build something on this, you need to do it at the intersection of the wires so it's nice and strong. So I'm going to flip this around and get my floral foam. And I'm just going to use a nice little block of floral foam right here that we're going to put on. I'm just going to put it just like this. First, I'm going to dip it in some hot glue in my glue pot. You guys know you can catch my other videos where you see me using the glue pot. And I'm just going to scrape it off and come on in and just press that into the burlap. Give it a wiggle. Okay, and then I'm going to immediately flip it over because while it's hot, and be careful because it might come through a little bit, but we need to get some floral pins in here to hold it in. So first thing I want to do is go right into the glue through the burlap. These are just going to cure it to your base and it's going to go nowhere. Okay, let's get that all secured in. And it's better to be safe than sorry. But we're going to be adding some weight, so we need to make sure we've got that covered. And the next thing I do is I take a little bit of ribbon back here and just kind of go over my my little area. If you had a solid red, that'd be less conspicuous. But I'm just going to use the one we're using. And I'm going to glue these on right over that so that those little pins don't scratch anybody's door. Okay? And just take some glue and we'll do that. Now there is a little glue kind of coming through that's going to help hold it. But I'm also going to take a little and just spread it around from behind here. Just kind of do a little sandwich. There you go. And we just want to cover those pins. This is our main goal here. So we don't scratch a door. Okay. Because those are a little bit higher than everything else because they went over the wires. Okay. Door is protected. Yay! All right, and you can always tack more glue if you need to later to make sure it's holding. All right, this is where the fun begins. Oh, I'm always knocking my sign off. Don't knock your sign off, Mama. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is we're using some really, this is one of the little surprise elements. It's going to kind of blow your mind. Is we're using these little curly sprays. They look like this. All right, and they're going to go in the back. So I'm going to use those here in the back of the design. Get that down a little bit more. Let me bring these guys over. We're going to start with these first. So want to take and just cut these off till they have a little short stem. It doesn't need to be long. We're going to use 2 of these. There's number 1. Let's grab number 2. Come on up here, buddy. I like to add a touch of whimsy to our projects. And I want to show you how these are going to work. You're not going to know kind of to the end, but we're going to start by just getting them in. And this is where you're going to set the angle you're going to work at. And I think mine is going to be at this angle right here, because it'll be hanging straight. Okay. I'll just keep it up and down while we're making it. I think I can do that. I think you can see it okay. There we go. So these will be right here, and they start our shape. These are our background pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and press these into the foam on the top and the bottom. I'm going to dip them in my glue pot first. Get a little glue on them. Here comes the first one going in. Very nice. Okay. And number 2 is going to go at the bottom. Grab it. If you get glue strings, make sure you pull them off. We don't want glue strings on our finished work, especially if we sell our pieces. That just shows a level, you're not paying attention to the details. We get them off. Get those off. Of course, you miss one somewhere here or there, but you want to pull them off. Okay, so that part is done. Step number 2, we're going to get our geranium pieces in. And we have to actually take and what we call in our Design School course, which you can find more info about at Khalees.com, is you have to shake hands with them. You have to fluff them out and make them a little bit wider. They come compacted in shipping. So you just want to make sure all the leaves are facing front and get them nice and pretty and fluffed out. So there's our first one. I'm just going to lay it on. Let me grab our second one. And you just want to continue with that same angle we're working on. Get it nice and cutesy, all spread out. And we're going to overlap those just slightly. Oh, that's pretty. This time I'm going up on top of the foam. And the reason I'm doing that is that's going to add some dimension. It's going to add just this little fun pop of dimension. I'm going to get those at a little bit of an angle. I like that. Okay, now we can take and trim the excess wire off. I'll just take and trim this. Nice. And I'll trim the next one. Fantastic. Now I want to lay them back where they were. And they're kind of just overlapping a little bit. I leave it a space in that middle because that's where we're going to have the bow when it all comes down to it. And we're going to use our floral pins. Dip them in the glue and then just pin these guys right in. And I think I can get both of these with one pin. If you need more pins, just use more. That's no problem. Okay, so those are kind of held on top. And that gives us a nice dimension between the 2 layers. But wait, we're not done. All right, now I want to pop our sunflowers in. We got 2 sunflower sprays that are going to really pop the white. And these are great for summer with the watermelons. So let's trim these down to right above their leaf. I'm going to cut them off. Here's the first one. And let's do one more. Okay, I'm just going to get them both prepped. So they're both about the same length. Save those longer stems. You might need them to put something in another piece. And I'm going to tape and put these in. These are going to kind of come in right beside the geraniums. There's our first one. You see that one? Great. So I'm going to push that into the foam right in that area. Come on in, buddy. And then we want to make sure we're giving it lots of motion. Look at it popping up. Oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute. And then we're going to have one more going down. Just go opposite. Come on down, buddy. Come on down here to the party. Push it into the foam. Nice one. And make sure they have lots of motion and they're coming up. Okay? Okay. You got this so far? I think you do. I think you do. Now, here's the super fun part. We're going to add this cute watermelon pick. Oh my gosh. It's got the green. It's got the black. It's just perfect. And we're going to use that in here. So I'm going to break it into a couple of pieces. so we can have a little more control over our placement. And I will cut this one right above the top, the little watermelon. Okay, so that leaves me that piece. And now I'm going to take these two and separate them into two pieces, just so I can take and kind of have a good spacing on them with our other florals. This is so cute so far. I'm loving it. All right, let's put the longest piece we have. Let's have it kind of shoot out the top here. All right, so I'm going to take and put it in the glue, and then we'll just pop it behind. I'm loving it. Y'all, our Simple Saturday projects are projects you can make in under 30 minutes. So that is our goal here. So you can just have a blast. Okay, the other watermelon, let's have it come down under this geranium. Come on in. Bring it down. Move that leaf out of your way. Okay, very good. And you can just spread these florals out. Make sure you got it moving up. Everything has dimension. We don't want things flat. Okay, now our next step is to, we still got the last watermelon. We're going to wait to get the bow in. So let's get our bow in that we already made. It's our next item to bring in. Come here, Mr. Bow. He's ready to go. And we tied him at the beginning of the video, so if you're just popping in, make sure you go watch that. I am adding glue to the floral pins right now. So it will, you have to glue into the foam. You can't just stick things in. They won't be there forever. If you glue in, I promise you, you'll be real happy. They won't move around on you. Okay, beautiful bow going in. Now, you have to wrangle those tails. I'm going to pull the big tails behind all the florals. Okay, so they'll kind of go down like this. Let me just pull this one right to the side here. Okay, very good. Now, grab the other large tail. And it goes back and behind. Oh yeah, pretty, pretty. Just pull it under. Okay, and just tuck that over. We got it. Fluff them. Get out there. Get pretty. And I'm going to take these and curl them. And so we want to put our bow in this next step because we need to fill around it with our remaining really funky greenery. I love the greenery we're going to use on this. Let's pull this watermelon up. So don't be afraid to be the boss of your tails and your bow. Tell those ribbons where to go. Look, stinking cute. That's so stinking cute. Let's go this way. You can see a little more of it. Oh my gosh. We could even turn it completely sideways. Okay, I'm loving it. Oh gosh, y'all, it's so cute. Okay, now, last few touches. We're on the home stretch. It's our big, big watermelon. We really want it to pop out the front here. So I'm going to take and just do like an extreme little twist on it. And we'll leave that curl forward. Okay, dip this in the glue. And I'm going to press it right into the top of the bow. Right here. Yay, yay, yay. And then if there's any kind of glue strings, pull them off. So that is really popping right in the center. Now, our really fun, funky greenery that has this neat little texture to it is the perfect green to pop off all this red. So I'll just take a few little pieces and we'll cut them individually, actually. So they're into little pieces like this. Let's start, we'll cut a couple of stems off and then we'll start to tuck those in around. And the first thing I want to do is get them tied around the bow. It's really important you take your time on the detail part of your project because this little type steps can really make or break it. And you can notice in the images. See right here, you can see my wire. Well, we don't want to see that. We're going to camo that with some of this greenery. So I need it just a little bit shorter and trim those tight right there. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Let's pop that right in here. Okay, I'm going to press it right in. And we're going to have these just kind of come right beside and around. And in design school, we call that breaking the plane. We want to break the plane of other elements in our design. So it has depth and dimension. Telling y'all need to get in class because we have just a blast doing this stuff. Okay, now I'm going to take a few other little pieces. We're going to work behind the ribbon just so I can camouflage my foam a little bit. So I'm going in the glue pot, getting a little glue on it, coming in from the sides. You can also go in here and tuck some moss around that foam. There we go. I got that piece in on that side. Let's do one over here. I love making this kind of stuff. It's very satisfying and it's gratifying. And this kind of stuff sells great, guys. Y'all know y'all can get all the supplies on Khalees.com. We'll have a supply list ready for you. So just let us know in the comments if you'd like the link for it. We will get it to you. Okay, and I'm going to use this right in here too. Pressing it into the foam. And then we will manipulate it to the direction we want it to go. Like I want it to come down a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. A little bit more, just up and around the bow. And you can use this as much or as little as you want. I love the texture of this. It's a little bitty berries on it. I mean, this stuff makes floral people freak. I know, we're weird. Hey, we all love each other because we know we like the same stuff. We like plants, we like fake flowers, we like real flowers. We just enjoy all the beautiful things in nature and even some things that are not in nature, but we can put our own little twist on them. Okay, and this one around the other way. Okay, how about a little more kind of coming up a little bit? I'm going to come up through my sunflowers just a little bit here. Just because it's adding this nice wispy feature. I'm loving that. Stinking cute. How about one more coming through those? That is so adorable. Y'all, I love, love, love these. Let's go up here. Okay. I think we did it. Now I'm going to show you our little fun surprise that I told you about at the beginning. Are you ready? Take your little green curls and just pull them straight up. So they're not a curl anymore. They're like a little squiggle. Get to the inside part of the curl here and pull straight up. And oh, that was so stinking cute. It is so whimsical and fun. Just pull straight up. Pull straight up. One more over here. One more over here. I mean, if your porch isn't decorated in watermelons already for summertime, it ought to be after you watch this video. So excited to be with you. Welcome, of course. You know, we're going to play with flowers. That's what we do around here. I love to teach floral design. And so today, I know we've been popping and hopping on early fall and Halloween designs, but I couldn't resist popping in something for summer. This is something you could hang on your door right now. Hey, good to see you from Missouri. Fantastic. So we're going to play with this lemon door hanger and we're going to have some fun. Now, if you've never worked with one of our wreath frames that we have, this is made on like a it's vine supported by wire on the outside. And sometimes these frames have wire supports in the back, but this one doesn't. It's just a circle. And a hanger's up here. So when you design yours, you've got to go around the firmest portion of the base. So that tells me we're going to have to make it down here at the bottom. Now, as I would tell my design school students, we can make it super matchy-matchy, where we do it right in the center, which would make it kind of even on both sides. But personally, you know, that's no fun. That's just no fun for me. I like to get it off to the side and have some fun over here. So let me talk about the supplies we've got for you guys. What we're going to do is we will totally have the supply list up for you on Khalees.com. If you've never been to Khalees.com, right at the top we have a button that says supply list. You can go on there, you find a wreath or a project you like, then you click the list and there's a link to the video. If the video is private for design school, it will say that. And if you're not in design school, you can't see that one. But this project right here is viewable for anyone. So just remember, go to Khalees.com and check that out. Okay, so let me show you what we got going. We want to keep these projects quick and easy that anybody can do. I like to do these for beginners. So we're going to start with our lemon wreath base. Now, I played with this ribbon last night on the comment sold, and it's just killer. Hi, Susie. Good to see you. Hi, Wilhelmine. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Debbie. Hey, Kim. It's just a killer, beautiful ribbon. It's solid black Depony on the back, which kind of got a little sheen to it, and Depony with a little sheen on the front. So that will give us a nice pop of color in our bow.
And we're going to use 2 lemon sprays. This is one of our great lemon sprays with the great greenery built in, so we don't have to really overthink it. Hello from Dallas Market. Good to see you. So we've got one on either side, okay? Then the other piece we're going to put in is I'm going to use this little mini ranunculus. We're going to put that right in the center to add a little more pop of yellow towards the front. So before we get too far, hey Melinda, thank you. I'm so glad you buttered our biscuit, as Mr. Vince would say. Thank you for doing that. Let's make the bow first, okay? Let's get over here and make the bow. All right. This is this killer ribbon. I can't wait to play with it. It is so pretty. I want to put these to the side and we'll bring this over. And I'm just keeping the ribbon kind of simple. Not a whole lot of craziness going. I'm going to take and roll up my tail. So it's going to be a nice little curl here. And let's just go 8 inches. We're going to do funky bow like we did the other day. Thank you for spreading the love. Hey, if you're spreading the love, let us know on the text list. Even though right now I can't text you back, I can still see your texts coming in. So please text us back so when I get it back going, I can definitely make sure we enter you to get a sweet treat. Hi, Karen. All right, 5.5, 5.5. So just a nice little pop. I'm using my Easy Bow Maker. And you guys will have the supply list here in the comments too. If you are on TikTok and you want the supply list, you're going to grab that in my bio, okay? Same thing on YouTube. It's all in the bio. The links are there for the supply list. Hi, Brenda. So these are at 5.5. Scrunch it down. This is some killer ribbon. See how much you can move that around? That's when you pay more for ribbon like that, because you get more control. It's classy, guys. Classy. Hi, Marianne. I'm so glad you're here live, too. Y'all, the subscription boxes are going out later this evening, so I had to go live a little bit earlier tonight. Okay, I think that's good. Just a tail up, tail down. I don't even think we need another. Let's make one more. Let's make it a little asymmetrical, and let's have this be a little bit longer. Uh-oh. I went off script. Oh, Lord. Going off script. Danger. I'm having fun. That's, you know what, I'm having fun. Okay, I'm going to roll this up a little bit. Okay, let's do that on both sides. I'm rolling it. Yes, the supply list is right there, okay? All right, I'm just rolling up those like little bitty, I don't know, I was going to say tacos, but that's more like a burrito. It's always food, y'all, always food. And I'm going to make one matchy-matchy and then one a little longer here. Ooh, juicy. It is a lemon after all. Okay, let's come on in. And I'm going to tie this right through the middle. And we'll get that cable tie in there and pull it up. And last night we had a lot of questions about how to handle this part. Just slide it back to the center. Now there's only a few loops here, so it's not so difficult, but can you see how I'm manipulating the tails and the loops? You got to do that so you get the look you want. This is just 2 loops, 2 tails that are not matchy-matchy. Hello from Iowa, Mary Lou. My niece is in Iowa right now doing a competition for drama. She's just traveling the country. All right, come in. Now, I've got the piece from yesterday where I kept a little centerpiece. If not, you'll need to cut that yourself. And, oh, if you're watching and you follow and like, you're even better. Subscribe and give us all the love. I appreciate you. Okay. I kind of like putting the black in the center, so I just folded it over. And this is just getting like a lot of the little heavy-duty edge right here, which just looks so pretty. Okay, let's put a couple knots in. Oh my gosh, y'all! Thanks for being here today. I am so glad you're joining us. We've been just knocking out the fall, but I thought, you know what? Some people watching, and it might be you, and don't be a stranger if you are not necessarily always making wreaths to sell. and maybe they want something for their door right now. And this is perfect for pool parties. Oh my gosh, you could serve lemonade. I saw people doing baby showers in lemon too. It was really cute. Okay, let's bring in our lemons first and make our little swag. Hi, Judy. Hi, Jeanette. Thank you, Judy. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate it so much. Now, it's up to you what side you want to go on, right or left. This will be my hanger. It comes built into the frame, so I'm just going to go left, I think. Which is y'all's right. And just take and build your little cluster. This type of designing is just called clustering, where we make a little cluster and we position the picks to where it's going to look perfect. Oh, that looks great. And we'll be putting our bow right in the middle so we can leave a little bit of a bow zone. So let me pull this off while we create the cluster here off to the side, okay? I like to do that off my frame just so I can slide it around. Now I want to use my adorable ranunculus. We're going to put this in here, and I'm just going to separate it into 3 sections, and we're going to manipulate it. This is just so easy. I don't know if this is, I think this is a ranunculus, not a mini rose. They look very similar. Yes, this ribbon's on our website. You'll have a link right at the bottom where you can see the whole supply list. You can click it away and go to town. I'm going to take and just manipulate these around the 3 pieces. So I've left this as a cluster. You see right here where I'm going to be able to connect everybody with basically 1 cable tie going over that, and then I'll trim off these. So I like to keep this just not too chunky in the middle. When you're doing a cluster type design, you're going to keep it tight in here, okay? And this needs to go through a couple stems if possible, so the whole bush can't pull out. So I went through that little Y right there. Oh yeah, perfect. So now I've got that really tight. I want to double check these aren't coming out. These can't come out, and we'll just cut that part out. Yeah, make sure you let us know if you sprinkled and you're getting our notifications, okay? All right, I'm trimming this short because I want all this to be able to hide right underneath my bow. So I don't really have to use a bunch of moss or anything like that. I can just easily tuck it in. Okay, let me bring these over a little bit around my lemons. Now, the next thing is to get this on our base. This is so easy. These are just such great shop fillers. This time of year, pool parties, all that kind of stuff. Plus, this bright yellow goes with so many people's gardens in the summer. It will pop off the door. It looks like a lemon up close, but from the street, it also just looks like a big flower. So you can kind of meet so many different markets with one simple project. Okay, we're going to use the cable tie that's in the bow to attach the whole thing to the base. Okay? Hey, how do you order from me? Welcome. Hey, Pamela, our website's Khalees.com, our same name as you're seeing here, okay? In the bio, you can see a link there that says supply lists. If you click on that, it'll take you to all our supply lists, and this is the newest one, so it'll be right at the top, okay? Great question, thank you. So I brought that around, and I'm getting this tight. If you're watching on Facebook, the link is right there in the comments. Hey, thanks for the stars, Judy, you're awesome. I appreciate you. Let's come on in and get this tight now. I want that to cover all of this mechanics underneath. Oh my gosh. Ah! So simple. This is so simple, so effective. So beautiful. It's popping right off the screen right now. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to manipulate these around a little bit. I want to bring these little flowers in here. I'm going to bring the lemon over. Fluff the ribbons up. Now, I made this tail longer on purpose because I thought maybe we could have it scoot down a little bit. Let me bring it around here. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby, baby. I love those popping in there. Let me bring this. I want that in front of that lemon. Bend that lemon up so those tuck in around the bow. Y'all. So quick and easy. So super quick and easy. Yeah, if you haven't followed us yet, make sure you're doing that. Because this is just the beginning. This is summertime, and we've been popping with a bunch of fall in our paid class, but I thought y'all might enjoy a little pop of summer.
What do you think? Can you do that? I know you can. All right, the link's below, guys. Grab a spot on our text list at textkali.com, and as soon as it's working again, we'll be texting out when we're live as well. But thank you so much for being here and enjoying our projects we make. I can't wait to see you try something like this. And I don't care what season you use this black ribbon, but you need to get some. It's a good one. All right, Bloomerinas, let's see you next time I'm live. Have fun with flowers. I'm ready to show you the Simple Saturday project that is going to be so much fun. Of course, what doesn't scream summer than a big giant beautiful strawberry. And we're going to make it our own. We're going to decorate with some gorgeous florals and some ribbon. So if you need this supply list for this project, make sure you just let us know in the comments, and like, follow, subscribe. Make sure to sign up to get notifications. You can also get on our text messaging list at textkali.com, and you can all find all the supplies here too. But we'll usually have a list for you for projects, so let us know in the comments and I'll get you the link for that. What you're going to need for this project, besides the supplies we're using, you're also going to need some cable ties, basically, and scissors and wire cutters. And I'm going to show you, first of all, we're going to make a bow. And when you work on this type of wire frame, what you want to do is figure out where you're going to attach your florals. And sometimes we use floral foam, sometimes we just attach them with cable ties. But you have to think about the frame and where the weight's going to be on the project. So we're going to make this design kind of centered, so the weight will be nice and centered, and that way will hang straight on your door. These projects on Simple Saturdays are done, we should be able to do them in under 30 minutes pretty easily. So we're going to start off by tying our bow, and I've picked out two really super cute ribbons, a red gingham, and then this is a strawberry ribbon just to coordinate with our strawberry. So let me move this stuff aside, and we will make we'll start off by making our bow first, okay? So I'm going to use an easy bow maker to make my bow, and it just functions as a holder. You can do it in your hands as well, but I like having the option of it holding it for me. Now, we talked about a second ago where we're going to put the bow, and I think we'll either put it here or here, depending how high we want it. So what I do first before I figure out my tail length is I say, okay, would I want my ribbons hanging further down on my door? If I do, I think about how long I want them. If I don't, then I can shorten that up from there. So I'm going to do about this long, which is, it's about, I'll just go ahead and go with 20. It's a little bit longer, 20 inches to the center here, and I'm going to twist. So let me go ahead and trim this off. We do Bow Wednesday videos. You can join us any Wednesday at 7 on our Facebook page where we're live creating bows with you. So if you've never joined us, come on over. I'm going to make this about 6.5, but I show you how to make them every week so you can learn 6.5 and twist. All right, and let's do a couple of loops. 6.5, come back to the center and twist. I'm going to spread these out nice and pretty. 6.5 here. This is a cute ribbon. I love the strawberries. Okay, and we'll just cut these tails at opposite angles to each other. And now let's come in with a check. Let's do the check. Coming on with the check. And that one's already cut at a good angle. And I'll make this probably, I usually decrease the tail length by 2 inches. It's up to you, but I'm going to go a little bit shorter. Bring that in. And I'm going to repeat the pattern we just saw of 2. So 6.5. I'll stay at the same distance, 6.5. Hold that while we go back to the center, 6.5. And twist. And 6.5 here. And twist, and I'm going to fluff these all out really nicely. So I haven't made a shorter loop yet. Everybody's out at 6.5, and I'll scrunch that. I don't need to twist it. So just like I'm showing you here is how I do our classes and our tutorials that we have in our design school course. It opens up twice a year, so if you ever want to learn how to do floral design and go a little deeper into all of our teaching, you can get on the wait list at kalisdesignschool.com, and then let us know in the comments too if you don't remember something I'm saying or you need a link. let us know. We'll be happy to provide that for you and help you. I just love to spread this love around, y'all. I love floral design, and I just think you would just be shocked how much joy and pleasure you can get out of creating your own and learning how to make it. I'm going to do a smaller loop here. We're going to come in smaller. We were all the way out at 6.5, so we're going to come in at 5.5 now. 5.5 for this strawberry. Cute as that. 5.5. And scrunch. And then it's up to you. I think I'm going to finish off with a pop of gingham. So I'll just repeat the same pattern with the gingham ribbon. And I'm just cutting these angles to match on each side. This is so cute. And just to pop, so 5 inches on this one because we want it to be a little bit shorter. Twist. 5 inches and scrunch. Looky, looky, I love it. How cute is that? So we've created our bow, and it's up to you the pattern you want to do. You could introduce other colors, all kind of fun stuff. I am going to now come in with an 8-inch cable tie and run it right beside the dowels, right underneath. I'm just separating my tails out. Put a finger on the top while you gently pull that up. You want to get some pressure. You don't want to pull this off the bow maker until you have a little pressure. And I'm holding it in my hand, and I just rotate that between my fingers. And now fluff this up. Now you can go with a lot more minimalist, I can barely say it, bow. You don't have to go this big and full if you don't want to. It's totally up to you and how you're feeling at the moment. This is so cute. So cute. Fluff that out. Okay, very good. Then I'm going to rotate that around and attach a cable tie behind right here and get that tight. Okay, and our next step is to pick out a ribbon for the center, and I know I'm going to use the red gingham right down the middle. Look how cute. So I'm going to cut about a 12-inch strip of that, and we'll just fold it to go down the middle. You can split it in half if you want to save a little piece, or you just fold it to go down the middle. I'm going to do that right now. How cute. Look how cute that is down the middle. Super. And then our bow is basically going to be done. I just put a couple knots in here, just like you would tying your shoes. Just a hand over hand knot and trim off those tails. Look at how cute it is. So there's our bow. Does that not scream summertime? That does, totally. Totally. So we're ready. So think about how that bow is going to look on there. It's going to look amazing. Look how cute. Look how cute already, and we're not even done yet. We're going to add more goodies first, okay? So we're going to build our cluster that's going to be going on here on our base. So I'm going to put our butterfly. It's a strawberry, Kali. Lord. Sometimes, guys. So I'm going to grab our florals, and we're going to build out our little swag. We're going to make a mini swag that's going to go directly on our strawberry. At least I'm not calling it a watermelon pumpkin. Design school people will know what I'm talking about. So the first thing you have to do is I'm starting off with this big strawberry pick, and I'm going to take, it's more of a spray, it's a little larger. I'm going to take and shake hands with it, get the little bloom spread out with the greenery, because you want to make it work for you and just really get it spread out real pretty. Okay, so that's step one. We're going to shake hands with that one. Now I've got a smaller, similar spray. And I like these because they have the strawberries, but then they have greenery also. So we can kind of skip having to have greenery because we have both. Now I'm starting to lay out my mini swag. I want you to bring your bow over that you've already made, and you want to see how much space you should leave open in the middle, because there's no point in covering it up. All right, so I could leave just a little bit more room than that. So I'm just laying it out to see what kind of space I have. Okay, fantastic. So that's enough open for the middle. Now I'm going to build up the rest of my little mini swag right on top of this. And I like to use these. These are really neat. These are like little allium blooms. They're super duper cute, and they just add this neat dimension. So give them a little bit of a bend up. They need to be bending up, adding nice little dimension. They're a little heavy, so keep them kind of towards the center of the cluster, because they're going to want to come down, and we don't need them going crazy. All right, I'm not trimming their stem at this point. I'm leaving it. Okay, we'll trim it in a minute, but not yet. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put some alliums down at the bottom. And I'll give them a little motion. These are so stinking cute. And we'll just bring these in kind of underneath these. Sandwich them together here. And I want to make sure that the little strawberries are coming up between, and their little blooms are coming up too. We want to make them all reach up and out. In design school, I teach you just don't want to have things flat. We want lots of dimension, texture, movement. It's really important. Flatness is not going to work in my teachings. That we have to have depth. All right, let's do a couple little trims. I want them to overlap a little bit, but they don't have to overlap a ton. So I'm going to trim some of the longer stems behind real quick. And these are just some mini bolt cutters I like to use. I'm just going to hold this in my hand and flip it around, and we'll do a little trimming. All right, so I took off all the excess pieces. And there's just 3 of them. It's no big deal. And finally, I want to add my twig to the top layer here. So it's up to you how much twig you want and how you want it going. But I think I want some twig going up and some going down. So I'm going to separate this into 2 pieces. So find you a nice transition point on your piece and trim it like that. And this piece can go up into, just layer it in between, gently layer, and that gives us a nice pop of red. Okay, and I can still tie it in the middle here with a cable tie in a minute. And then I'll use the grasses down and the little red twigs down. I'll trim this also. Doesn't need to be quite as long. I'm going to pop that right behind. Okay, so I'm going to pull some of these twigs forward. Just bring them around because that gives that pop of red. And I love it. And then that grass can just go behind. Okay, and we can tweak it a little more once we get it on our piece. But it's time to get this little cluster created. So grab some of your cable ties. These can be the 8-inch ones. They don't need to be really long because these are just for putting this cluster together. We're not attaching anything yet. Okay, so we're going to have 2 of these. Get them on there nice and good. Okay, and then I'll trim off their little tails. So everything should be secured together. Trim it, and let's get that strawberry back out. Strawberry, butterfly, watermelon, pumpkin. That's an inside joke, y'all, from design school. Okay, here is our strawberry. I'm going to go right up the center. Now I can either go high or I can go low. I think like a little bit lower. So I'm going to go right here. The reason I'm doing that is I need to have it at a transition point where the 2 wires cross. So if you peek in the back, you can see they cross right here. That way they can take the weight right down the center. And this frame does have a hanger. You can also add a hanger if you needed to back here. Just add it off the wire frame. All right. I'm going to go slightly slanted or cockeyed just a little bit. And I like that. We're not covering up too much of the piece. We're keeping it pretty good there. Now, another little tool you might want to use is an awl. And let me grab mine. Well, of course, here it is. I'm always like, is it here? Is it here? So an awl is kind of like an ice pick type device. And we can just use that to gently wiggle through the burlap. So I just make a little bit bigger hole. Now be careful of your table. You don't need to punch a hole in your table. But just take and wiggle this and it will make a couple little, like a little bigger hole right there. And what I'm going to do is run this through one side and then back up the other, just like you're sewing. Like go in and come back out. We possibly could have done it without making the hole with the awl, but it just makes your life a little bit easier. Okay, I'm ready to fasten this piece on. Fantastic. Now that's going to hold nice and tight right there. You don't have to really worry about it. Trim that off. Okay. Now, I'm also going to attach another piece up here. I'm going to find a wire, and I feel a wire right here in the frame. So I can have like a backup little area to hold it a little bit tighter. So I'll just grab up here. Make sure you're going around a wire because it does you no good to just go through the fabric. The fabric's not going to be strong enough to hold it. I just punched my little holes. Grab a couple of the floral stems if you can. I got the main one here. Back up. And you can always camo these cable ties with some moss, a little bit of glue, if you can see the mechanics, if they're going to show. I'm big on that in design school. I preach it all the time. I don't want to see your mechanics. I don't want to know how it was made. It needs to look like it grew that way, okay? So I would cover those up or take one of these little leaves and glue it on there. Now I want to position my flowers just a little bit differently. I want to bring them more to the middle. Get this between the strawberries. We still want the strawberries coming up, but I want to separate them. Very nice. Very nice. It's on there nice and secure. The alliums are kind of a little bit heavy, so I want to make sure that they're not going to throw off the weight too much. That's why we've got the weight kind of running down the middle. And you might want to hang it before you do that second cable tie, just making sure that it's not going to be crooked with weight distribution. Okay, it's bow time. And you can attach the bow just to the cluster. You don't have to go back through the frame. So I'm just going to run right behind. This is the same bow we made at the beginning of the video. And we'll get this on there nice and tight. And I want it sideways, okay? So it's going to go on there sideways. It should cover up all the mechanics of everything that we already had. And I'll come in and trim it off. Okay, yay! Now let's take these tails and run them down. Start off with the big tails. I'll take one on each side. There they go. Nice. How stinking cute is this? I love making these fun, simple Saturday projects with y'all. Because literally, no matter what level you're at in creating or crafting or floral design learning, or if you're in design school, these are just quick little wins, and they are just so fun to put together. And I always did really well. If you sell your items, I always did great with fun things like this, because sometimes people want something different than the regular wreath. They're ready for a change. And I mean, they want a giant strawberry with strawberries on top of it. Because who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? All right. And then the only thing you want to do is check. I can see a little of my mechanics here, so I would come back with a little moss. I didn't put my glue pot on, but I would cover up my cable ties, because I do not want to see those. Y'all, this turned out adorable. What do you think? What do you think? Could you make something sweet like this? And just make sure you don't weight it too heavy to one side or the other. But I think it turned out super, super cute, guys. Super cute. I love these pops. They're picking up the white from here. It's precious. So what we're going to use also is I've attached a floral foam block. Sugar. It's going to be sugar day. Hey, Dallas. Hey, Dallas, if you want to get on our text list, that's what we're talking about, the word live. So if you go to textclee.com, you type in the word live when you register, you can get on our live list. So I sent out a text to everybody on our list that I was going to be live right now. Now, they've been trying to find me for 15 minutes while I've been in the wrong place, but I'm here now. Hi, Carol. Hey, guys. So I attached this with some wire, and then I just tied it on really good. Hi, Norma. And that's what we got started. Hey again. Hey again. This is it's a moss base, and I have attached it to the wreath form here. Okay, and we're going to put the foam on. We've already done that, and we're ready to rock and roll. And I thought this would be pretty. Now, on Wednesday, we did our Bow Wednesday video. Hi, Anita, where we used, Patty, Lord, you found me. I'm sorry. I know you've been trying to get here for a while. We made this bow. We're going to take inspiration for this. So I thought we would use blue and lemons. And then I'm not sure if this will be a no bow project or we'll put a bow in it. You never know. Hey, Jeanette. So let's go ahead and get started on our greenery. Let's get some greenery going on it. And I think my tools are my wire cutters. Let me grab them. I left them over here. I don't have them in my work belt yet. Hi, Sandra. I'm glad you found me. Hey, Diane. Good to see you too. Y'all, if you're waiting on order, we got extra help coming this weekend. I'm very excited. Some of the local fans and helpers are coming to help. I'm very excited. So we
gonna get caught on it. Tracy, this is another wreath form we had in stock. It's not the one that I was talking about in design school the other day. So I hope that helps. Let me see, what was the other oh shoot, y'all look at the sky for a minute. Everything I touched today is crazy. I was trying to read one of these other comments that I missed. It was a good question. You're so excited to see Fry's freestyle Marge. Fantastic. Oh, Trudy, I just saw your text right before I went live. So email Nicole on that because that's not a joke I was playing on you. Something's wrong. Hi, Marianne. Okay. We're gonna calm down. We're gonna get into the mode right now. Hi, Amanda. I'm glad you're popping in on your break. I'm gonna try to pull these out. I think I've pulled these out of this bush before so we can keep them long. Let's see. Yeah, these will pull out. This is our seedy grass bush, and I like to keep it pull it apart if I can. I'm too perky. Well, I'm getting to play with flowers. Mom's next door, you know, she's breaking down cardboard, and she said she's happy over there breaking down cardboard for a minute. And I said to her, this is what I want to do all day, run around and create a project really fast. This is so fun. She's like, you get it, girl. So with this bush, the way it comes apart, it's really easy just to pull these. You don't have to, you don't have to cut it too much. Oh, till you get to the top, and then we cut the top. It's all real life, yeah. Yes, that was the roof. Did y'all like that view? Gay, you found the right video? Yes, you did. You used the seedy grass before? Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it's a really cool look. So I'm going to deconstruct it. But you can also use it like a tree. If you left that as one whole piece, you can stand it up like a really cool tree too. Let me break down 2 of these. I'm going to use a couple. And we'll start to create our base. Hi, Rita. How's everybody doing? Nicole's working on a supply list for this, so in a little while we'll have that ready so you know what we used if you want to grab any of these products. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Straight hair, don't care. What's the stuff of seedy grass? It's just a grass that we use. It's made of plastic, you know? I love it. Judy, the wreath holder's not going to be back in stock till May. But it's coming. Do we have lemons in stock? Yes, we do. We have some different lemons. The ones I'm going to use today are super cute. They're a little bit petite. Congratulations on seeing your brother. That's fantastic. I know you're excited about that. Okay. Hi, Catherine. How's the garden, Catherine? Any progress? Vanessa, we'll get you the supply list as soon as it's ready. We're just working on it. Poor Nicole has to work with me flying by the seat of my pants. Hi, Doreen. Okay, let's trim it. If I don't see your comment, y'all just ask again. When I'm live here from Bloom Central, I cannot see all the comments. I got the Pfizer vaccine, so I ended up with the Pfizer. So hopefully, whatever one you get, you'll have the least amount of complications from it. I'm hoping. So I'm gonna get 2 of these pieces that are pretty similar and trim them, and then we're gonna use those to start to create our perimeter on this project. Let's do it. All right, let's get these put in. Thank you. It's a cute shirt. I got this shirt from Brooke over at Refabbed. Oh my gosh, the Refab boutique. She has the cutest clothes. I love it. All right, let me trim this a little, and we're gonna put these in. And y'all know I don't have my glue pot here, but I would be gluing in, okay? Lynn, I put the foam on before I went live, so it's already on. Oh, blooms are coming on tomatoes. I gotta read it really quick. All right, let's push these in. All right, I'm gonna get these in. Oh, good job, Carol. Fantastic. Oh, good, Lori. I hope so too. I've got my second shot scheduled on the day we go out to vacation, which is probably not a great idea, but I just had to do it. Got to do it. We're doing it all.
You know, that's how things are going on around here right now. It's the get it done attitude. All right, let's add some more greenery and kind of create. We call this a design school, creating our perimeter. We're going to do that first. From Vermont, well, welcome. Is anybody else watching for the first time? Welcome, welcome. Come on in, say hello. On Fridays at noon Central, if I'm not live on the wrong page, I'll be here eventually. And that's where we get to create together. Hi, Donna. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Okay, I'm going to put this one in. I love the seedy grass because it adds a really fun texture. Trudy, what's the update on the new warehouse? So the new warehouse, right now the county is putting in a new road right near us because of Amazon. We have a gigantic Amazon facility that got built right next door to our warehouse. And they're getting a new road put in over here. So once the road is put in, then we can go further on the other warehouse. So it's exciting. Yes, in the meantime, we are hiring. So if anybody is interested in applying, let us know. You can email your resumes to info@Khalees.com. We're located in the Houston, Texas area. And we're looking for people to help run the warehouse. Yes. Oh, your order was shipped, Donna. Oh, God bless America. You guys, our orders have been taking 14, 15 days to get out. So I am so sorry. We're doing the best we can, but I promise you we're kicking out as many as we can every day, and we're getting more help this weekend. So we're moving in the right direction. So you guys can see I kind of created a little bit of texture, and I put out my perimeter so far. Okay, hey. Good to see you, Maxwell. Now, let's take and I know my primary flower is going to be a blue sunflower. How fun is that? Because blue and yellows look pretty together. So let's get some of these rocking and rolling in here on our base. Well, I'm hoping you guys are able to get the vaccines if you are so desiring to get them. I love you either way. Oh, thanks, Wendy. Sheila, you're sneaking in at work. Fantastic. Well, that's probably ours. There's a big piece of bubble wrap flying outside. I'll go get it in a little while. You ordered those? Yay! All right, let's put some of these in. I think I'm going to use these really super wispy coming down. Y'all, this piece of plastic is flying outside. If it blinds a car and hits their windshield. Let's see. Oh, Donna. Well, great to see you. I don't know if I recall, but I might remember if I saw you. Hi, Jennifer. Great to see you. So I'm gonna have these being super droopy. I think that would be pretty. It's Freestyle Friday, so y'all, I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna get these heads up just slightly. That's what I like to do. I just like to get out here and play with y'all and have a good time. Hi, Denise will hide. Great to see you too. Is there anyone else new watching? Or that I haven't got to meet yet? Please introduce yourself. Tell us where you're watching from. And if you are making something cool today, let us know. Hi, Tony. Fantastic you're here hanging out. If you are on the text list, can anybody let us know how long it took you to get the text? Because I'm curious to see how they're delivering. So let me know. Maureen, sunny Miami. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Get these in. That's pretty so far. So far, so good. You were told you weren't working? Yes, the big bush, Wendy. That will be awesome. New from Lubbock. Welcome. I'm new to your design school from Northern. I didn't catch that. Let's see if I can get it back. Illinois. Welcome, welcome. Oh, fantastic. You got it around 11:55, Wendy? Well, that was pretty quick. I'm just curious. Anybody else on the text? Hi, Sheila from Shreveport. Welcome. Brian, how you doing? Okay, I'm gonna put some of these in a little higher. I'm feeling very wispy. You haven't seen the text to join the group? Dallas, if you are in, if you're already signed up for design school, just go ask to join KhalilsDesignSchool.com on, no, don't do that. Go to Khalil's Design School on Facebook, the private group. If you haven't gotten in there yet, just ask to join, fill out the questions, and we'll get you approved, okay? If you have any trouble finding it or need more assistance, you can email info@khalils.com, and we'll get you help. No problem. You got the text at 11:58. Okay, good. Well, I mean, they're coming in pretty good. I was worried that they're coming delayed. So that's what I wanted just to find out. I'm gonna put that a little shorter. Y'all, and I'm just pushing these into the foam, but you would be gluing them in because they're not permanent till they're glued. Once you get a little glue on there, this puppy will stay real nice. Okay. From Fort Lauderdale, lots of Floridas, Floridians. Fantastic. Hey, Asia. How's it going? I'm gonna give these some dimension. Jill, you got yours at, okay, perfect. Oh, yeah, Jill, it's earlier for you, isn't it? It's hard to get everybody consistent. You love it already, Diane? Shoot, Diane, I've been seeing your stories with your pretty ones. They're gorgeous. Thank you, Teresa. I'm gonna put this one on the other side. And this is something that is gonna be kind of a matchy-matchy. Marlena, this is the foam. I buy this in big sheets at your local craft store, and it's floral foam. I've attached this with floral pins, and then I use some 18 gauge wire to help hold it. That's kind of like a backup plan. That's like the emergency wire. It's also wired from the back. Okay. So let me get these. It's pretty symmetrical. As I would say, it's matchy-matchy. Oh, from Arkansas. Wow, welcome. Happy lunch break. Good for you, Amy. Get the lunch. It's Freestyle Friday. We're lunching and relaxing and creating. Okay, that's pretty. Now, let me get a little bit more grass in between, and then we've got more. Hi, Beverly. Yeah, I told you guys are always kidding. Florida is all over the place today. Good for y'all. I love it. I know. Get some Khalil time. No, none of that smoky smoke out there from the fire. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit more of that grass in there. Hey, Melinda. And I'm just adding this in for dimension, kind of coming between the flowers. So if you've never tried working on some foam attached to your piece, you can always do that. And it's kind of like working with like you would a centerpiece. You're using the foam to attach things, and you're just making a centerpiece on the wreath. It's pretty. Oh, welcome. So I'm out on the Khalil's page right now. So make sure, if you guys have recently joined design school, make sure you ask to join the private design school group too. So we have all kind of videos in there. And just in case, I want to make sure you're not missing out stuff in our private group. Those of you who just joined class. Thank you, Terry. Good to see you too. Oh my God, don't you need them, Brian? I know. They're gorgeous. This is my first time to play with them. And they kind of have that, a little bit almost like a dried look to them where they're really tight. Well, I mean, these frames are in stock. These are in stock, yes. These are not the special ones for design school. These have been in stock. You can go check them out. They're on Khalils.com. Okay? The special ones for design school are different. And we'll talk about those later. Sorry, there's some confusion, guys. I want to make sure we're all on the same page. Brian, yes, we have these. Nicole's putting together the supply list for the whole project, so we can give you the link to that. Now these lemons are a little more petite, which is really kind of fun. Isn't that fun? And I'm gonna give them some motion. We're gonna have them kind of come down. Y'all, when you buy stuff, make sure it's wired, because look at all the party you can have. And we're gonna have that party come down, right? Design School is not open now, but we have a lot of new members, and I want to make sure they are clear on where to be and where to go. And so when they were asking on the live, I wanted to make sure we were on the same page. So I'm going to try to run this a little bit coming through here. Let's come right through there and have that flow down amongst the other sunflowers and mix in. Pretty. So there's our first lemons going in. Thank you, Brian. I'm glad you're back. You're welcome. I hope you enjoy it. Y'all, if you didn't get in Design School this time, don't worry. It's going to be coming in. We're going to have it open again in the early fall. So you can definitely get in later. You can always get on the wait list over at cleesdesignschool.com. We have a wait list, and we would love to have you next time. But I'm still going to be here live hanging out with you guys a couple times a week, so don't worry. We'll be creating, freestyling, creating, and don't forget, tomorrow is Simple Saturday. That's when a new video gets released here on the Facebook page. And I've been putting it on YouTube too for the YouTubers. So you can start to get that video also. Look how pretty. Dang, it's pretty. Yeah, right there's where you get on the wait list. Definitely get on the wait list. Okay, let's pop in some. I need a little more yellow for height up here at the top. We're going to put that in. That would be wonderful, Jill. That would be great. Hi, Susan. Now let me take these and trim them. Yeah, we have a new portal in Design School we're so proud of, and we've even started upgrading it recently so the videos can load faster. So we're always working on trying to provide more Terry, more value to our members, and more things to you guys too who aren't in class. We have a new library coming too that's going to be so exciting. So I can't wait to tell you more about that. It's fun as you kind of get to do more things, you get more things implemented. Sometimes it feels like you'll never get to the next level, and it's amazing. Renee, you want to apply for the job here? Just send it to info@cleese.com. Send your resume over, and we will take a look at it. So that's what we got so far. We got lemons and we got blue. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, I've got some really killer blueberries I want to add in next. Glenda, my real lemon trees. Oh, Glenda, they're DOA. One of them has some leaves coming back. I think they're coming back from below the graft. So I'm not sure what that will mean in the long term, but the other one is not coming back. It's kind of sad. These blueberries are cool. Cool. Oh, you're trying to find the planter from the tutorial. Could you get it online since I didn't have it in person? Y'all, I planned this tutorial with this planter from Hobby Lobby. And of course, not every Hobby Lobby has it. So frustrating. Donna, how many sunflowers did I use? One. I think I used 4, and I've used 3 lemons so far. Oh, thank you very much. You're so sweet. And I really think I'm going to sell this blue kind of coming way low. I might use this as a whole stem. I might do it. Thanks, Lynn. Oh, thanks, Leanne. We're having growing pains for sure. I don't want to be fulfilling orders so late, but it's just more than we can handle. So we're gonna do our best. Okay, if I put this really far low, oh gosh, that's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Kind of going against the base. Oh, mama, I like that. So, I'm gonna need to cut it that long. So let me measure. It's gonna be pretty. Let's put that in. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Y'all, and put makeup on, put some pretty clothes on. It's amazing. Oh, the supply list is up. Fantastic, guys. You can grab it there. Any of these supplies. Just be aware, it's 15 days for shipping right now. It may ship sooner, but that's where our shipping is, and I don't want to be. I want to be completely transparent and upfront, so you know. I know it has got a killer bunch. See it? See it tucked behind there? Ooh. All right. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a small little cable tie. I'm going to suck it down to the back because I don't want it to move. I want it to sit right there. And when it's on somebody's door, it's going to be popping in and out, right? Nobody tell your boss. We're not saying, we're going to be quiet as a mouse. We're going to keep it real quiet. All right, let's tie that in. I'm gonna just use a little green cable tie and tie it on there. Oh, she doesn't anymore. Thank you. Oh my God, it would look amazing on a mirror. Oh, it would. Y'all, I love working with just florals. It makes me so happy. Makes me so happy. I'm gonna bring this back in. Come on in, cable tie. I gotta get you attached. Sometimes these projects get out of hand here. Freestyling. We just start off with this project and it goes bananas. Okay. I like that. So we kind of went hard blue. We got yellow at the top. Let's do the same thing on this side. Let's repeat. Repeat and repeat. We're in a boat. Do y'all remember that joke from when you were little? Do you remember that? I don't know if y'all told each other that joke. Pete and repeat. We're in a boat. Pete fell out. Who was left? Then the joke is repeat. And then you say Pete and repeat. We're in a boat. It's terrible. I need to tell that one to Kaya today. Oh, thanks, Vicky. I definitely need to tell her that today. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I fluffed that one all out. And we gotta measure it again. Oh, Jill, watch out. Watch out. I feel matchy coming on. Sometimes I gotta do it, Jill. Sometimes it happens. Generally, guys, when I design, it's not matchy. So in design school, they give me a hard time because I say matchy, not matchy. You remember the Pete and repeat joke? It just occurred to me. Pete and repeat are in a joke. I mean, are not in a joke. Well, they are in a joke. You can tell it that way too. Y'all, my brain fires all at once sometimes and the wrong words come out. Y'all are used to it though. Oh my gosh, this is cute. I'm gonna take and tie that one in too. So it's gonna be kind of the same. Carol, I know the Pete and repeat jokes. Oh my gosh. We thought we were so funny. My dad would tell a joke about that with, what do you do at a yellow light? Yeah, tell the 6-year-old that joke. That's the level of comedy we got going today. I still think it's funny. One of the morning talk shows around here in Houston, he always is telling corny jokes and they crack me up too. And they're just like that, just really super corny. I don't know why I find them funny. Probably because I have an 11-year-old, right? We're on her level. Yay, Josie, yay, wonderful. I'm glad you got them. Yeah, I never forget Josie because she got the same birthday as my Kaya. So, I have a couple of friends who have the same birthday. All right, let me bring this over. Okay, so my blueberries are in. Look, Mom. Hey, Mom. Y'all, Mom's coming in.
She finally got cleared some cardboard. So
Yay, good job on the cardboard, Mom.
Thank you.
It's a glamorous job doing cardboard. You gotta go back out?
I gotta go back
over here? Okay.
All right.
Mom popped in. Y'all tell Mom hi.
Bye,
Okay, she's got to go. She's got some pressing cardboard. Actually, doing cardboard's kind of addictive because you get excited about the progress you're making. Diane says, hi, Mom. Love you. I will tell her, Diane. So sweet. She can't get to the camera over here because I got her blocked off. Okay, let's put some more blueberries at the top. And I got to decide if we're putting a bow or not. I got to make that decision soon because I've got to figure out. Oh, we are not putting a bow. I think we're going to, or if we are, I just think we're going to go no bow. We're going to go no bow. Ah, you're so sweet with the hi, moms. Thank you. I think we're going to go no bow. We ended up going a little more formal than our ribbon in this particular design. So if I had a little bit, if I didn't have that gingham behind it, it would probably work better in this piece. Oh, y'all are so sweet saying hi to Mama. I will tell her. Ava says, hi, Mom. Wonderful. Mom doesn't realize there's a 30-minute delay. And I saw something about this. Clee said, in Wreath Makers University, do you cover Etsy or is that in the business group? Cindy, so I teach in the business coaching over at Makers University. And you can find out more about that at, what is this fly? At CoachKali.com. You can leave the bow up there if you want. You can leave it. It's up to you guys if you want to use ribbon or not. Why'd the belt go to jail? Oh boy. Tell me the punchline. I hope I can see it. We're reading this. This fly in here. Why'd the belt go to jail? I'm trying to guess it. Cause it, I don't know. I want to know now though. I want to know why the belt went to jail. For sure. All right, since we're gonna go no bow, I'm gonna hit the center with a little bit of more sunflower up in there in the middle. Let's get it going. Now all I want to know is why the belt went to jail. I'm telling you. Yeah, Vicky, she's doing fantastic, really. She's doing really well. So we are so blessed. Yes, very blessed. And Mom used to help so much with the Kaya too. So since Kaya's bigger in sports now, Mom's out here helping a lot. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful to be with her every day. She's a hard worker, you know. Because it held up the pants. Got it. Oh my gosh. Why didn't I figure that one out on my own? I need y'all. That's a good one. I'm going to tell that joke too to Kaya today. She'll be like, what is going on with you? What is even happening, Mom? Why are you saying these crazy things? All right, so I'm gonna put a couple of sunflowers right here in the middle. Not too matchy-matchy, but a little matchy-matchy. Let me bring this one down a little bit. Okay. And we want to put a little more lemons also in the center. Absolutely. I cherish it all with my mom. Love her. You know, we have my Aunt Mary who just passed away a few years ago at 108. And she was completely very active, and that's so important as you age, if you can possibly be active at whatever level you can be. It really, she had a very, what am I trying to say, a great life. You love 6-year-old jokes too. Me too. I like all kind of jokes. I'm not trying to act like I only listen to clean jokes, because I like a dirty joke too, but those kid ones crack me up for some reason. All right, we're doing pretty good. Let me go a little higher with this piece back here. We're filling it out nice. So you could have used, if I just would have had a little bit more elegant background with the lemons, I think it would have worked fine with the ribbon. but so we got so far, and we're on a square base. You see, oh gosh, it's cute. I'm loving it. I don't know what happened with Trudy. What happened, Trudy? I can't see. Oh, why did the cookie go to the doctor? Oh, it's a joke. We're telling a joke. I just need to know. I need to know too. This is like all the kid jokes today. Hey, we can't help it. We gotta laugh. Oh, fantastic. You guys are liking it. Wonderful. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the grass kind of coming out forward slightly. In a design school, we'd say we want to break the plane of the other, because it's what? Hold on. Because it's crumbly. Oh, jeez. Oh, we want to break the plane of the other pieces in our project slightly and overlap them. So it gives dimension and depth. In the meantime, it's crazy kid joke day. Why not? It all started with Pete and Repeat that were in the boat. He was feeling crummy. Y'all are funny. That's why he went to the doctor. Oh gosh. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, I'm trimming these. I'm gonna add a little bit more of these in here. So I'm kind of using these like we would use twigs, but it's the same texture from the back. And I'm making sure they have some motion going on each side. I like when you show us my yard. Glenda, I'll have to show you soon because we have gotten at least a little cleaned up since the last time I showed you all the dead stuff, the depressing dead plants. But I will, Glenda, I will give you updates. We've been having such growing pains. Our life has been just crazy. It's crazy in a good way. I'm not complaining, but it has been a little overwhelming. So I haven't had as much personal time as I really would love and family time, but we are working on that. So I encourage you, if you're in a stage of your life, maybe you feel overwhelmed with whatever it is, that just know better days are coming. Peace and harmony is coming. You just got to keep working towards it, and you're going to get there. I'm going to get there. We're speaking it out into the world. We're going to get there. Yeah, it's a rectangle. Yeah, it's not a perfect square. I'm sorry. It's not a perfect square. It's a rectangle. And that's kind of what you want, because by the time you design, you want to be able to see the frame too. So, y'all, I just came up with this idea. You know, before we started, I was very excited about putting something on the top of this square rectangle. Wherever I say square, you put in rectangle. If I say pumpkin, you put in watermelon. Okay? Fill it in. I'm surprised I called the lemons lemons. Surprised they weren't peaches or something. Okay. Oh, it's cute. It's cute. Okay, I want to add a little bit of ivy too. Wow, Barb, congratulations on your retirement. Fantastic. You earned it. You earned it. Make sure to stay busy in retirement. As my mom says, I work harder in retirement than I did in real life. Thanks, Tanya. I try not to get too preachy with you guys, but I just, I encourage you that I know sometimes somebody needs that word from me that day, and so I'm going to spit it out. Take it or leave it. I like these are those Real Touch ivies, and oh, they add such nice little texture. And they're going to add a little bit of another texture of greenery since we just have the wispy one from the seedy grass. We're going to put a little bit of this in to add a secondary texture. The reason I didn't put it in first because I was afraid I'd just cover it all up. And these are a little bit more expensive, so I want to use them where we need to. Ava, we need you. Yes, that's right. Are they polygons? I don't even know. I have a math degree, but I forgot all that stuff. Squares are, they're probably not polygons. It's probably all wrong. Whatever. People who know the answers, just share amongst your friends. I'm going to say the wrong thing and probably spell it wrong. But you know what? I'm going to make it pretty in the long run. That's what I want to do, is just make it pretty. Do I use a pick machine? I don't. I'm an anti-pick machine person. Maybe if the pick machine people want to pay me to start using a pick machine, I will use it again if they get them working better. But no, I own 3 pick machines, but I don't use them. And I have rants about them all the time, so I don't use them. I try to buy florals that don't need them, basically, just to save that step. Because when I was running selling thousands of wreaths a year on Etsy, we just tried to eliminate steps in the process. So that's one of the reasons we stopped using the pick machine. But they're a handy tool. I just don't like them. Y'all know there's things I don't like. I don't like ficus. You won't probably see me use ficus very often. And the only thing I'm doing here is I'm not gluing, which you need to be gluing all this when you put it in. It's just here at the workshop, I took the glue pot to the house and I haven't brought it back to Bloom Central over here. Oh, it's looking pretty. Let me bend this one up. Okay, I've got some little yelly, see? Yelly yellow bears. Yellow berries gonna pop in now. And the only thing I would like to do is maybe get some more of this grass and have it kind of come down too. I might have to add that on another video because I only brought a couple pieces of it here. But I think I'd like it to scoop down a little bit too. Put these in over here. Okay. All right, yellow berries, just for a little more pop of yellow and a different texture. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thank you very much. Joan, I hope you have a great weekend too. All right, let me fluff this out and give it a curl. Give it a curl as I put all these in. So you guys make sure you catch the free, tomorrow will be, not freestyle, that's today's Freestyle Friday, but tomorrow will be the Simple Saturday video that comes out here on the page. Oh, Brian, it's not recognizing your username or password. Brian, if you want to get some help from Nicole, she can reach out to tech support to get you help, if that's on thecleese.com. Okay? You can email her at nicole@cleese.com. And we will try to troubleshoot your password issue. Your passwords on Khalees.com are different than your design school passwords, so that may be, you may not have set up an account on Khalees.com yet. And if you haven't, you can do that when you place your first order. Okay? I hope that helps you some. Okay, I'm gonna add the little yellow berries, and I want a little bit more yellow kind of coming down. I want to go under here a little bit. Aha, that looks nice. I'm gonna have to tie that one in. Let me grab a cable tie. These little yellow picks are a little bit shorter, but never fear, with these moss frames you can attach to them. I'm gonna just pop these in. Pop it in and pull it around. Pop it in here. They're on, the moss is put on this wire frame with angel vine on top of it. So there is a frame there you can attach anything heavy to. You don't have to just use, you don't have to just use the moss to go through. Just grab the one of the wires when you're putting it on. Okay.
cute. This be pretty in the summer. On your door. Maybe this could go on my gate. Once I'm able to get my planters planted out front and get the garden put back together from the deep freeze, I'm gonna be excited to play with different colors and textures out there. Do you guys plan out your gardens like that too for your homes? I like to try to plan them out in whatever free time I have to get that's my favorite thing to do is gardening also. Besides, I like traveling. If we can, hopefully things are gonna get more normal. We can go and do things. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Ava, thank you. All right. A little bit of yellow, just a little touch of yellow. The dominance of the yellow is at the top, and then a little bit of yellow coming down. And then the only thing that I probably would do here would be add some more twigs at the bottom. And when I get ready to do that, I can do that from the studio and show you guys how we do that. Yes, the supply link is here in the comments. The only thing we didn't use on it is the ribbon, which is pretty cute ribbon, but we ended up going no bow. But I had pulled this cute lemon ribbon to put with it, but we didn't end up using it. But you never know. Like, things change every 2 seconds in designing. What you like this second or today, you probably will like something different next time. Make something different. Okay, and this is pretty matchy-matchy. I'm trying to have these berries land in similar positions with their little twigs. Little twigs coming through the bottom. There we go. That's cute. And those I'm just tying in with the cable ties. Hopefully, if I'm not seeing your question, Nicole's getting taken care of you. She will help get you some answers, whatever you need help with. We are here to help. And don't forget, if you are placing an order and you're in design school, you have your discount codes. You need to use them when you check out. All right, let me put this one in and trim it off. Okay, and then I need one more at the top. This is the other pick here. Kind of come in and be a little matchy-matchy from the other side. I can't even believe we just freestyled this work of art together. Dang, it's pretty. I'm loving it. Okay, y'all. There it is. What do you think? Let me get ready. I think I want to show you guys what inspired me first. I'm going to take my daisy wreath down. I think we're going to use a big base today. This is a big 18-inch wreath base. So a nice big one, which will be fun. A little bit bigger just to party a little bit more, right? Hello, everybody. Hey, Alita. Hey, Susan. Good to see you. Fantastic to see you. Make sure I'm right here. I'm good. Hi, Pam. So we had a different watermelon on the live sale the other night, and we have this one available at Cleese.com. So I was like, I want to play with this little one. I haven't played with this one, and I like the shape of it. So that's the first thing. And this was a bow we made on a Bow Wednesday, I don't know, a few weeks ago. But it's a nice, fun, funky bow with black and red polka dot, which I thought would be cute. All right. So those are my first two things. This is kind of my inspiration, and I had this going. Hi, Pam. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Kim. Who else is checking in? I see Sandra. I see Stephanie. Oh, so Miss Grace is here. Kim is here. Pam's checking in from Pittsburgh. Stacy Pratt checking in from right here in Houston area. And let's see, Kim's here. Yay! I'm glad you're here, Kim. You caught us. So using those colors, I thought we would use like a white. This is a sunflower, actually a white sunflower. And then how about some geranium? I've been dying to use the red geranium. So let's do it. All right, and some pretty greeneries. Okay, let me start getting started. If you have questions, just ask away as we're creating. I need to know what your plans are this weekend. Let us know. Are you getting out and about? Have you got your vaccine? You're getting back out and doing stuff. Tell us about it. Awesome. Hi, Joanne. Great to see you from Cali. Checking in. Tony's here. Leanne. Patricia is here. Jacqueline's here. Nice, guys. West Virginia. You guys are from everywhere. Hi, Pam. Happy Friday to you, too. So, you guys know we have our design school class, and some of you guys are already in there, and you know we're learning all kind of stuff. We started moving on to fall in there, and we made the cutest little arrangement. I can't wait to show it to you soon. It's a surprise right now, but we had fun this week. But one of the things I always say is we've got to shake hands, and that's what we're doing with this first, this spray. We got to take and spread it all apart. How fun, Tony. Good luck. I hope you sell a lot. Hi, Emily. Hey, Melvin. Hi, B. Good to see you guys. Pam, you're working this weekend, but you're going to go camping Monday for a few days. Good for you, Pam. You're going to spend the weekend looking for your glasses? Oh, geez, Leanne. Is it one of those things? You know, Richard's wallet that we lost, you know, a few months ago in March, never showed back up. So I hope your glasses, you have better luck with them. So let's kind of start getting our shape going. Let me get a hanger put on this wreath first. Let me grab my wire over here. You're going to spend the weekend looking for your glasses, Leanne. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Hi, Rita. Good to see you too. You guys, if you're watching on one of the other pages, come over to Cleese to chat so we can chat it up while we're creating together. All right, I am adding the hanger on here, and I just twist the wire around to create a little bitty handle. So that's what I'm doing first. Hi, Brenda. I'm glad you're off hanging out with us. Hi, Janet. You have a girl evening play with your sister-in-law? Nice, Janet. How are those twin grandbabies all getting big? Going off to school, all this stuff. Tony, I am from Houston, Texas. So away from Alabama, not real close. Far, if you're talking to me, I mean, you may be talking to somebody else. Stacy, you're making all the rings and wreaths and things all weekend. Hi, Melanie. Good to see you too. Hey, Carol. Hi, Cindy. So I got my cute little handle. I'm always giving my rant to Design School of Blue Merinos, KDS Blue Merinos, about, hey, we have to put hangers on stuff. It's like really important to me. And if I didn't get the feedback from my customers for so many years about that, it'd be different. They love those hangers. How's everybody doing? Marilyn. Okay, y'all are going. I got camping. I got people making wreaths. Some people are working. The twins are headed for college, Janet. That's awesome. Scary, but exciting, too. I know that's how I'll have to feel one day about Kaya. Like, it's kind of scary, but it's exciting. So I'm going to get started I only have one spray of this greenery today, this particular one. We have plenty in stock, but I only have one. Let me just peek, guys, and make sure nobody's coming to the door here. Okay, everything's good. I can't wait to give you guys an update on our garden out front. They're making progress. I can't wait to show you. We were shipping so late last night, I didn't get back in time. And they got a lot done. They're rebuilding our front bed and getting some plants put up. I'm so excited. Hey, Robin. Hi, Kathy. Oh, you're going to make wreaths, Nancy, so you can get caught up? Absolutely. Hi, Lisa. Happy Friday to you. Are you off today? You got to work tonight? I think I'll put this, I'm just going to kind of get a splash around here every direction. So I've got a touch of it everywhere. Kim's got a graduation party for your last niece. Oh, Kim feels the same way, like they're all growing up, right? Stephanie says, my daughter and family are moving this weekend. I'll be making wreaths for their new residence. Nice, Stephanie. That will be so fun. Isn't that the way when you get a new home or like we're having a project done, you're just so excited. I can't wait to start on my office here in the garage. Oh, and some exciting news. I think I've got a potential employee for the warehouse, like a really good one. So excited. So if y'all could say some extra prayers that she's the one and God sent her to me and there's a reason and it's all more than just wreaths, that would be wonderful. Please. Oh, it's right. It's Father's Day. I totally forgot it's Father's Day. Yes. Yes, you will be celebrating. How nice. That's nice. Hi, Linda. Debbie, you're watching with your grandson? Hi, sweetie. What's his name, Debbie? We can tell him hi. He may not. He's 3, so he should be able to know we're talking to him. If he's even looking at with you. Oh, Brenda, you're excited to see the garden? I know, I'm happy. Yes. You're trying to hire someone to redo the flower beds. Yes, exactly. I get it. Now, okay, let's talk about where we're going to put stuff. The fun thing we can do is we can kind of, since we already have our bow made, we can play around. Do we want the bow down here? The watermelon up here? Or vice versa? Do we want them tight to each other? I kind of like that. So maybe we'll do something like this. I will put the watermelon right there. But on your project, you can totally, you can, you know, play with different things to see what works for you. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Carol. Hey, Kathy, excited to see you too. Sherry says, tell us what she likes. We'll send her gifts, chocolate to stay around. Motivation, Sherry. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Yes, I'm very excited. So we have a little bit more of the interview process to go, but seeming very good. Karen says, I'm taking it easy today. I have a big weekend of playing in dart tournaments. Oh, Karen, you're awesome. Totally awesome. Y'all, I just punched a hole. I forgot to tell you. I punched a hole here with an awl. It goes really nicely through the batting, and then you can just slide your cable tie in. This is really light. And later, Nicole's going to be making a supply list as we're working through. So later, we can let you know what that is. I will tell you when we get done. Because she never knows what I'm going to put in here, Lord. She's like, oh, gosh. Please don't use something that we don't have any more of. Because that creates a lot of customer service for her and her team. Oh, my gosh. She's like, what have you done, Khalid? Could you just use something that's not sold out so people aren't mad? Okay, let's put that right there. How cute is that? Now, we have these at Cleese.com in a couple of different shapes, but always be looking for fun little things that you can pop in your wreath. Pam's going to go to Austin. I love that. Spending time with your granddaughter. Oh, happy birthday to her, Kathy. Karen, happy anniversary. Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow, and it's going to be 17 years. Holy smokes, what happened? What happened? Somebody's birthday. I didn't see whose birthday. Happy birthday. So this is a little bit of a rosemary greenery, and I think I'm going to probably, I had a half a bush, but I know I'm going to need a little bit more. So I'm going to pop some of this to maybe a bush and a half or so. Okay, let's put this in. I kind of like to double this one up so it's a little bit chunkier when I use it. Hi, Trudy. Good to see you. All the Blue Merinos are checking in. KDS Blue Merino's checking in too. If you're already in the Blue Merino family, KDS Blue Merino, why don't you pop that in the comments? So give me a hashtag KDS Blue Merino so we can see who you are here. Oh, it's Lisa's birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa. I hope you have a great... Is it today, Lisa? Or is it this weekend? I'll put a little bit here. I'm just going to kind of get a little bit going on. In and out, in and out. Tuck it in. Oh, yours is the 21st. Brenda's is the 22nd. Okay, you guys have close birthdays. I love it. Yeah, there's a ton. I was noticing on my Facebook, you can see all the birthdays. There's a lot of June birthdays. Let me get this and bring this down. I'm going to pop this down. I know we're going to have a bow in here somewhere. And then what I do, guys, if I see a little glue that's showing, I just pop a little moss on it. And that way I never see it again. It hides that shiny part. Let me get a little bit more. I'll cut some off here. Oh, Pam's jumping in. Kimmy, Sherry, Karen, Patty. Hi, Patty P. Patty P checking in. Good to see you. Anita, yay. Anita wanted blooming buds back in the day, and she's like, you picked Blue Merinos. That's okay, Eileen. That's okay. Wonderful. Susan, you are a Blue Merino. You got to come hang out if you can, Susan. Make sure you try to get to our lives in class every week because we literally have so much fun. Or if you can't get there live, you're busy, you have to work or something, try to catch the replay. We have a good time. Carol, nice. All right, let's come up at the top here. I think I'm going to bring it around. You guys, don't forget, if you're watching on one of the other pages on Facebook, come join us on the Khalees page so you can chat and interact in the comments. Dustin's here. Hey, Dustin. Happy birthday! 23rd is your birthday, Debbie? Congrats. Happy birthday. See, I told you there's a lot of June birthdays. Maybe a little bit here. And then we're going to get ready to put our geraniums in next. Emily, good to see you, and you're gonna have a birthday too. Happy birthday, Emily. Hey, Marlene. Hey, Renee. Lorraine says, wonder if you have any suggestions to display bows in an artisan store I sell in the mall. You know what? I was actually gonna experiment with some of that, but Lisa, who's here watching right now, at Christmas time, she loaded a Christmas tree with the bows that were for sale at one of her shows. Yeah, Linda, you're good. You're right here. You're good. I see your comment. So I don't know if Lisa, if you've done it another way, if you're still here, you want to pop it in the comments to help her out with that. And I will definitely come up with some ways, Lorraine, because I make bows every week. And I thought I would love to put some in the store too, because, you can just pop that on something you already have, embellish a lantern, and with the holidays coming especially, right? So we'll see if we can find out some more ways that have worked for others. Okay. Wilhelmine needs that too. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. Some of you may not know, but I am getting a new vendor booth. I've been in lots of vendor stores, but I've never sold bows at the stores. So let me experiment a little bit with it. Hey, Mary Ellen. Hey, Vivian. Good to see you too. Okay, I'm just cutting up the geranium bush. And you'll see me a lot of times when I'm making, I'll actually take the florals. Once I cut them off, I'm going to recluster them. Oh, lots of you too, sister. And I'm always giving them some movement so they look real, you know? You have a sandwich board you used to display, like this kind. Is that what a sandwich board means, Kitty? I may not know exactly what that means. But is it one of those like A-frame looking things? Rigging up the chicken wire. I don't know. I just think they would be adorably cute attached to something cute. Now, you put me on a challenge, Lorraine. I'll come up with something. I'll find something fun. All right, y'all, we're freestyling, so I got that part done. No bows going there, but the rest of it, we're making up as we go along here. So let's get going. But I know I got to get geraniums all over the place here. Hey, Melissa. It's stormy in Ohio. Y'all, the hurricane is heading towards Deco Exchange over there, Damon. So hopefully it's just a rainmaker for them and not any big deal. But the way it's going over that direction, it's going to bring us all the heat and humidity. It's like, ugh, yuck. Carrie just puts hers on lanterns. Carrie, that sounds beautiful. That would definitely give them a idea. Lisa said, it was the first time I sold them at a show. I used a pencil 7-foot tree, and the ladies almost knocked my tree over trying to grab them. Yes, you guys, all of us can usually make bows, or we're learning to make bows, but a lot of folks, they love bows, they love ribbon, but they don't know how to use it. So when you make it for them like that, they are so happy. I knew you had success with it, Lisa. I knew that. Susan says, I have a question. When I make a bow, most are 1.5, but the loops collapse. They are 3.5 loops, 6, 5, half 5. I'm attaching them too tight. I'll look at the bow Wednesday. So if they're loopy, you might be, if you're just starting at 6, usually they're okay. But you may need to add, depending on the ribbon you're using, if it's a softer wire in the ribbon, they just may not stand up as good.
So what I recommend is if you could change your recipe a little bit to add some wire ribbon in the back, just even one piece, it can help hold up those loops. Okay, Susan? Dustin used a pegboard to display my bows, and they're very easy to space. That works. Pegboard definitely would work. We're not allowed, in this new store we're moving into, though, we are not allowed to use pegboard or grid wall. So we gotta get creative. But we'll come up with something. I mean, you could always do it like, you could get a long shutter, like a full 6 foot, 7 foot shutter, however tall they come at the home hardware store, and you could definitely hang them on there. But, you know, I would want something a little more creative than just hanging them. Especially, I like to tell a story with my booth, and if you've got a bunch of different themes, it makes the eye really, really busy when they're looking at them. It's an A-frame made with pegboard, use the S-hooks. Okay, that's cute, kitty. Hi, Joanna. I was thinking of a coffee mug tree. Willoughby, that would be cute. See how creative already. Hey, Kimberly. Yeah, coffee mug tree would be cute. Well, look, you know, I would go to At Home and just start walking around. They have a lot of bigger metal pieces that would be fun. I haven't seen anything that for Hobby Lobby, but we'll keep an eye out. Yeah, Dustin, they're hoity-toity. Yeah. Yeah, you can have them on a wooden ladder, Carrie. That sounds cute. I like that idea. I like the wooden ladder. I like the lanterns. So it would be awesome if you could show your customer how to use the product. You know, we talk about that in our business coaching about how you have to almost help the customer know how to use the product, because they don't think like we do. They don't do this every day. To them, this is a totally different, you know, concept. So if you show them how to use it, it really, really, really helps them. Hey, Sylvia, you're sneaking away at lunch. Yay. Good to see you. Your wreaths are amazing. I've been loving them. Loving them. All the florals. You're killing me. They're beautiful. Okay, Kimberly, I see you now. I know there's been some issues the last few days, that things failing and not working. So hopefully everything's going to get back to normal. But you guys, if you're trying to comment and I'm not responding to you, or you don't see the comments, that's because we're talking to the viewers on the Khalees page. So come on over here. You might be one of the groups. You might be on my personal page. I'm experimenting with streaming right now. So come on in. I'm always testing and measuring stuff so we can give advice to the business coaching students as for what's working to us. You guys, if you ever want to get into the business coaching class, head over to CoachKhalee.com and it will tell you all about it. So you can see I'm just getting this all spread in nice and kind of even out. I've got the plan for the bow to be right in here, so I'm leaving a hole. I've got two extra geraniums right now, so we can use those wherever we need to when we get to that part. But here's what we got so far. Like, I'm pretty sure I want maybe a geranium there, but we got to put the white flowers in. I'm going to put the bow in next, and we're going to work all around it. Good for you, Wilhelmine. Exciting. You're going to be fine, and those students are going to love you. Tony, have I ever made a crescent moon wreath? I haven't, but how fun that would be. I mean, I'd be a rock star at that. This is a shape wreath I always make that I love to make. So that would be fun. I haven't played with one. Kitty says, I'm buying props to take my pictures in order to show my customers how to use the bow as a lantern. Perfect, Kitty. That is so fun. Oh, y'all had to get some Dr. Pepper. And I want to remind you, make sure if you use any type of props in your booth, have every one of those things for sale. Because there are people, like we talked about, who don't understand. They're like, oh, I'll take the bow, I'll take the lantern, because you know what? I can go set that on my fireplace hearth at home and it's done. So make sure you're doing that. Try not to have things that aren't for sale. If there's something you don't want to sell in your space, just make sure you price it high, okay? And that way you can go right out and buy another one to replace it. because you will have made enough money. Terry used a rustic frame with chicken wire to attach the bows and clothespins. That's kind of what she was thinking, Terry. That sounds great. It made you feel so good, Kimmy? Oh, that does. Okay, I'm going to put this in, I think a little cockeye. I like it kind of like that. Maybe we could do it that way. We could do it all kind of different ways. Let me play. I think I like it just like that. So play with those angles when you put your bows in, because that's fun. I think it's so much more fun. I'm going to get this tight. And I'll pull this off. Trim that off. Let's fluff it up. It's so pretty. This is a cute bow. Okay, so the bow's in. You can kind of see my angle. I just kind of tucked it in by the watermelon. Bring that up a little bit higher. Okay, now our sunflowers. That's so sweet, Peggy. Sylvia said I was going to make some watermelon wreaths, but decided to move on to fall. Good for you. Yeah, it's hard right now because we got to get moving on. I'm really excited. We got a big surprise for y'all in July, so y'all will be so happy. I can't tell you too much yet, but it's coming. Patty says Blue Merino present from El Paso. Hey, Patty. We got all the Patties on here today. Karen says you can zip tie 3 white wire shelves in a triangle and put the bows on it. You could, Karen. You sure could. Yay, Doris, you made it. So you might wonder why I'm streaming on multiple pages. Because of the way the algorithm works, it's only going to show it to a percentage of the people. So I'm hoping I catch your eye from one of the other pages. And if you want to chat, you come over here. But the majority of views will come on the replay anyway. So it's just better to catch the eyes where I can. Only one Patty P, Patty Z from the Poconos. That's right. We got Patty P. Patty's like the original Patty. Not from the Poconos, right? Are you from? That's not the Poconos, Patty. Oh, gosh. That's the old joke, right? Thanks, Sue. We're coming together. We're starting. Yeah, I was thinking, Sylvia, for this new spot I'm moving into, I need some stuff for them to buy now. So we were talking about this in design school the other day. If you're online, you've always got to be ahead. But if you're in person and you go to a show right now and you try to sell a bunch of fall, they're not going to buy it. So you've got to be thinking about your different audiences when you're going both places. So Lisa says, you're such a tease. I hate surprises. I got to get you excited. I got you excited. Yeah, Damon. I'm live everywhere. I'm live everywhere. I'm experimenting. I pushed all the buttons. Are y'all chatting without me? Because I'm ignoring you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left you hanging, Chris. Hey, Mary Bates. Good to see you. I'm wrong for teasing you? Oh, come on. Come on. Come on everywhere. Let me bring this down here. I'm going to tuck this in here. Ooh, that's cute. Kind of tucked behind the I almost said it. I almost said it. Dang. Who knows what I almost said? Put it in the comments. Come over to Clee's page. Put it in the comments. There's an inside design school joke happening. It almost came out of my mouth. I just keep y'all guessing where I'm at. You're always guessing. Guessing, guessing, guessing. All right, let me come down here. Coming down here, tucking it in. I'm kind of using these in clusters of 3. Pam says pumpkin. Yes, I almost called it a pumpkin. It's a watermelon. Oh my goodness gracious. Diane says pumpkin. Patricia says pumpkin. Yes. Oh. Y'all know.
Y'all know. Cherry says pumpkin. Trudy says pumpkin. Bates Motel, you made it. Brenda. Genevieve, I cannot tell you what it is. It's a secret. You'll like it, though. I wish it were that. Not yet. Not yet. All right, I'm going to put these in here. You know, one thing I didn't think about is we might need some big old twigs in here. We might need to step up our twig game. Step up our twig game. I'm popping this in. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, there it is with the... Oh, those are cute in there. Those look cute. I know, Pam. It always happens. It always happens. I call pumpkins and watermelon. I don't know. And I do the same thing with foam and moss. Let's call it Foss. Let's just rename it to Foss. Oh my gosh. There's a secret of all pumpkins, Brenda. All right, let me see what kind of twigs we have here. All right, we got something new going in here. How about these twigs? These are the ones I can twirl all around and go bananas with. Let's put these in. Okay, I got an item number here. It's 61068 cream. 61068 cream. I'm adding. Thank you, Carol. I think it's turning out cute. All right, let me separate them first, and then we'll get them in here. And then we're gonna need some more greenery and stuff, but let me get the twigs in, and then we'll put a little bit more touches. You love those? Let's call it the Foss, the foam boss. Kimberly. I've got to have enthusiasm, otherwise I have, you know, Foss is French onion soup in our house. Oh, that's funny. I'm never going to be able to forget that now, Diane. That sounds good. Let's have French onion soup if it weren't 1,000,000 degrees out. What's on that can? Teresa, just DP. Just the old good diet DP, right? You say pumpkin, I say whatever. Kimmy, that's right. That's what we can say. Like you say patata, or you say potato, I say patata. Tomato, tomato, potato, patata. Let's call the whole thing off. Okay. Dude, let's get freaky. Let's get funky. All right. I need some cable ties because I'm feeling funky. Okay. It's a 61068 cream. 61068 cream. Yeah, Connie. We're going to put them in right now so you'll like this. Oh, good, Debbie. Yeah. Just, well, I got the color from the watermelon, the seeds with a little bit of black ribbon. The white stripe in the watermelon I thought would go good with the sunflowers. And then I used the geranium for the red because that's a good summer flower. Anyway. So I'm going to put this in. I'm going to give it a little twist and then I'm going to let those guys kind of pop out like a regular twig. Let's put them in here. Put them in here. Give that a trim. Yay! Oh, well, nucka-nuckas. I tied it to nothing. They don't stay in if you tie them to nothing. Let's try it again. My Foss and my pumpkin watermelon. How about attach the cable tie to the base? Will work a lot better. So I want that curling and I want this coming down. So, oh, that's pretty. I like that. If you're new here, please welcome yourself. Say hello. Everybody will welcome you. Just let us know where you're watching from. And I like to make things really wispy and wild, and I love to use florals. So you're going to see most of my designs will have some of all of that. Some of all of that. Okay.
I like that. Now, I'm probably going to add a little more greenery in there to fill in, but let's like that. Do this roller coaster, kind of like we would. If you're in design school, you know we would use roller coaster ribbon. Same kind of thing. And you could do this with ribbon also, but we're doing it with vines. There's a little close-up of it. Yeah, Diane, you've been using it. I've seen it. Thank you, Danae. Absolutely getting twiggy with it. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's do it again. Yeah, Kim, I think it comes in green too. This is the cream one. But if you want one that's more, has green little berries on it. That's okay. We're glad you're here. Don't worry. You guys know you can always catch us on the replay too. We are happy you're here regardless. Okay, I'm going to come in and do this. Now I'm going to do kind of the same process coming down at the bottom. Need some more cable ties there. Oh, here's a whole bag of them. Come up here. Yeah, it'll make it really fun. Okay. Let's see. Let's say we come down around these geraniums and we kind of, I don't know, it's tricky. You just have to kind of play with it. Decide what you like. I think I like this kind of popping downward and over here. Like that. I've still got one more piece. So we can definitely add a little bit more. Alright, let me get that tight on here. And where's my wire cutters? Here they are. Okay, that's a start. We'll put a little bit more. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm excited about your little surprise. We're going to do something next month that we've never done. And I'm really hoping our help works out because it'll let me be able to be much more involved here for you. Okay, so far so good. We got the twig working down here. And then it's popping out. We got this one working here and popping out. So I really feel like we want to have something more to the inside. So let's play with that. I don't have that ribbon here with me. We could add more ribbon, but I think we're just going with twigs. We're going with the power of the twigs. Somehow in here, I'm going to put it behind that sunflower. Let's see. Let's see if that will work. I love freestyling with you. Who's been watching Freestyle Friday for, let's say for, this is our 3rd year, so for 3 years? Let me know. Let me know. What? Tell me. Who's been, tell me in the comments. 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, you're just new. Tell us how long you've been hanging out. Ooh, let's just do a loop-de-loo. And like tuck it right up here. Okay, let's do that. Lucy's new. Hey, Melanie 3, Brenda 3, yay! Y'all are like OGs. OBs. We call y'all the OBs. The old school blue merinos from back in the day. You might have helped us pick out the name Blue Merino. Or you may not have wanted that name and lost the battle. It would be like, I wanted the blooming buds. Right? All right. Well, that's cute. I like that in there, kind of looping around. So you can go to town with that kind of thing. Anytime something's loopy, lengthwise, you can loop it around and add it in. Cording's pretty that way. All kind of stuff. Me, yay! Been here all 3. Patty, yes, ma'am. Rhonda's been here. Terry's been here. Look, guys. Yeah, Mom makes the bows. Mom's always been a big part of anything we do. She's the best. I love Mom. And of course, Honey Bunny. and Charlie and everybody was part of it all. Okay, let me show you that part. I need to add some more greenery to kind of break up the white right here and get some separation. But so far so good. Lucy says the whole time. Debbie says at least 2 years since last year. Okay, awesome. Patty's a new rookie. That's okay, Patty P. Gwen, 6 months from North Alabama. That's awesome. Karen, 9 months. You guys have been here long enough. That's awesome. And if you're brand new, welcome. I try to always interact on the lives. Unless we're just filming something we need for content or something, I try to always be chatting with you and commenting. So if I missed your comment, you can always put it in the comments again. And if you're watching on one of the other streams, just come join us over here on the Khalees page. Just Khalees by itself. That's where I'm reading the comments from right now. Hey, Stella, awesome. Look, Kim's trained. She's like, supply list, Nicole. She's getting close to the end. Come on. Sharon, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of greenery in here just to break up this section. This is a really cute one. I'm enjoying it. Patty, you sure have. You sure have. And Gwen's been watching for 6 months. Carol for 3 months. Awesome, guys. And if you're watching later on the replay, let me know in the comments how long you've been here. You guys, while I'm finishing up, why don't you tell me what you want to see more of? We're working on our fall live schedule. So tell me what you want to see more of, and we'll see if we can try to add it to our schedule. Oh, Danae, how Mom made bows by hand forever. So when I first started wreath making, when I was a teenager, I started when I was, I think, in 19 or 20 making wreaths, because I was in college and my mom was always big, we're not going to buy it, we're going to make it type person to save money. And so that's when I started doing them. But Mom would make the bows, so she was always good at them by hand. And then I don't know what year we discovered the Easy Bow Maker, but it's a good, at least, it's got to be at least 17, 18 years ago. We even have this old version. We have the models that don't have the spool holder, but then we started using those, and then I kind of started designing my own style of bow, which would really peeve Mom, because she'd want her own design of bow, and I'd be like, Mom, needs to be this way. This is my design on Etsy. And so, but then it was really nice because she could tie the bows at home in her recliner, just chilling, and then I'd have them ready to go on the wreaths. Asia, yay! That's right. Melissa? Aw, thanks, Melissa. Bye, Lisa. See you later. Jan, you did the ribbon in the driveway. So I think that was year 2, Jan. That's fun. The ribbon got delivered to the driveway, and I did a live, having no clue everyone would want to buy the ribbon. Then everyone wanted to buy our ribbon. I was like, this is my ribbon. You want to buy my ribbon? Oh, maybe there's a market here. Oh, Kimmy, that's wonderful. Well, I used to, when I was a teacher and I'd get home from work, it's just before Kaya, we were married for 6 years before Kaya came along. And my most exciting thing would be to get in here and make wreaths in the evenings. I'd be like, okay, I got to go to my happy place. So literally, I understand how that feeling is of coming in and just going in your craft room and just creating and having so much fun and kind of losing yourself in the process. Because I can remember being like, oh my gosh, it's 2 o'clock. I got to go to bed. I got to go to work tomorrow, you know, but I'm just having so much fun. Danae, good job. Score. Faith, yes. Hi, Stephanie. That's awesome. I know. Hey, if you're not on our text list, guys, you can go to Text Khalees, or you can also text the number up in the description. That's my text number. And if you will use the word live when you text, I'll send you notifications when we go live. So we've got that going. I've got 2 more geraniums. So I'm looking at my placement. I think I'm going to have, I really could use some more down here, maybe by the pumpkin. Kind of coming out a little bit lower than the pumpkin. I'm going to go right there. Putting those in. Right, Kim? It is relaxing. You remember all the boxes delivered at the front door? Literally up until a year and 2 months ago or something, we actually had all the pickups done here at our house. And we'd bring stuff home, Honey Bunny would pack in the garage at night. Y'all, our lives have been... So, we're not perfect by far. We make mistakes. But we have worked incredibly hard to do this. I mean, incredibly hard. Like, so hard I don't know if I'd do it again. Type hard. But I really couldn't have done it if you weren't here supporting me, and I am so blessed to have you. Thank you very much. Just to come on here every week and play with flowers is like the best thing for me. I love this. Okay, so I'm pretty heavy on my, got 3 clusters. I feel like we could use a little more of the sunflowers down here too. I have 2 left. Did I call it a pumpkin? Leave me alone. Oh, sorry. Y'all, here's the deal, okay? If I say pumpkin, you insert watermelon. If I say foam, you insert moss, okay? Pretty much. Thank you, Asia. Thank you. And you know, something you love, it is worth all the hard work. It's just a lot of it. It's so cool though that you've been along on the journey. And even if you are you're new, you're still part of our journey. And that's what makes this business so different. It's like you really are helping our family. And now I'm hiring people, and I'm not just hiring people, I'm hiring people who I want to help and bring them into our family. And they help me, I help them. It's so wonderful. Yes, Sherry, he is. I've saved you from killing some people. Thank you. Thank you, Brenda. Penny, I can't believe I said pumpkin. I try. Right, Genevieve? It's a pumpkin melon? Oh my gosh. So crazy. All right. Let me just take a look around. I think it turned out super cool. This piece right here is really super cool. It's almost like this roller coaster that runs through here and zips around and flies out. Then it goes down here and it flies back out here. And you see how we made it dimensional, how we ran it behind the pumpkin? So your brain is like, I want to go on that ride. Where's it headed? It's going behind there. I love that. I love that stuff. Okay, I think right in here. Whoops. Just going to tuck this in right here next to that pumpkin. Let me fluff out my bow. And I think we did it. We did it. Let me pan out just a little bit. It turned out cute. Super cute. Can you see this on your door with like 2 big pots of geraniums? If you have asparagus fern, you know, or those big old, around here they sell those other ferns all the time. They're like $15. You pop those in a couple pots. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It's a summer pumpkin. I'm going to keep saying pumpkin. You guys, I just can't get it right in my brain. So, y'all know, it's a watermelon pumpkin. Here is our cute little bows we made yesterday. Super, well, they're not little. They're big. Bigger than the bows we normally make. Because I thought we were going to make this wreath really big. And we're going to make it like Texas gaudy. We're going to go over the top. So we made 2 bows. I hope we can fit 2 in here. Look at this one. Here's the other one we made. Oh man, they're so sassy. All watermelon-y. All right, so we are going to be making the design to go with this. And I'm going to be freestyling. It's Friday. You know we're going to be doing it. Hey, Lanessa. Hey, Karen. Hey, Amy. Hey, Connie. Good to see you. And Regina. Y'all, at the end, look at these new twigs that came in. Oh my gosh, they're almost hairy. Isn't that fun? I just can't wait to play with these. They're going to work. They're going to be our watermelon vine. That's what they're going to be. I'm so glad you guys are here. Hey, Linda. Hi, Vicki. Good to see you. So here's our simple little watermelon base, and we're going to use this in the background of the design. So I think we're going to kick it off to the side. I need a lot of room. I plan to put a bunch of florals. I'm going to load this with a lot of whites and greens and reds. So the option is to put it lower, or just, if I put it here, I still have room to put a lot of florals in there. So let's do that. I'm going to cable tie it in, and then we're going to lock it in with a bunch of florals. Hey Lou, good to see you. Hi Susan, hey Betty, hi Cheryl, hey Kathy. You guys are awesome coming on tonight. I hope you had a great Friday. On Fridays, I usually freestyle earlier in the day, but Miss Kaya was doing a Mother's Day thing, and then she got to go to a camp today, so she was living her best life. Hi Joey, hey Bonnie. Good to see you guys. Awesome, awesome. Hi Jordan. I'm glad to see you. Hi Bonnie. You love those new twigs? Me too. Those are so cool. I cannot wait to play with them. You know, I'm a twig girl. I'm a moths girl. I'm all the things. Let me cover up this cable tie because we can see it right there. Let's get it covered. Hi, Judy. Hi, Cherie. Hey, Miss SpongeBob. Good to see you. Okay, let's cover that up because I don't want to see that, first of all. Let's put it on here and just cover it up. Okay, love that. Now, I'm going to use some big, bold white florals. So I'm going to go with these hyacinths because I really want to pop out a bunch of white in here. Let me put a little bit of greenery in. I'm going to use my favorite little funky, bright green greenery that looks so good. You know why? Because it's almost like this same color that's in the bows that is limey. So let's put that in there. You guys, if you're not on our text list, I did text out that we were live. So if you want to be on that list, just go to textkali.com. And then you can know when we're live so you don't miss anything. Sue, I know. Y'all, I'm on my own. Nicole's on vacation, so no fancy links or anything for y'all tonight. Sorry, it's just old school. It's old school. It's Kali and you guys. We're going to have fun. This bush, I like it because it just shreds apart real easy. Easy peasy to work with. Right? I mean, hey. I had the wrong color, man. I didn't want to clash with my wreath. I'm gonna be looking jazzy. Yo, I'm gonna need some more solid color shirts though. I really am. And it's hot, so I'm gonna need more sleeveless. You're gonna have to enjoy the bat wings. You're gonna have to embrace them. Jordan, these bows are so massive. Hey, Vicky from Alabama, good to see you. All right, let me turn the glue pot up. For some reason, it's 1,000,000 degrees, but the glue pot's not that hot. Okay, let's get this base rocking. So I'm definitely going to want to break the plane, come over the edges of this watermelon and kind of tuck it in. Hey, Shirley. Good to see you, too. Linda, you're in sick bed? Oh, my gosh, but I'm glad your fur babies are loving on you. I'm glad they are. If you guys have questions on TikTok, you can ask. Welcome. I'm a real talker. Whether you like that or not, I'm a talker. So I'll be happy to answer or help you or say hello. Jill, this is the coolest greenery. Sherry, you love it too? You know why? Because it's got this cool little berry on it. It's like this neat little texture of a berry and a little flaky leaf. I don't know. It's funky cool. I hope you get better quick. With all that love, I know you will. That's extra love. You know what this looks like right now? It's like a bald man with just a little hair on the sides. Hopefully it's going to look better when we get down to it. Hey, Tamala. Great to see you. Okay, let's come up at the top here. Let me put these in. Get in there, buddy. All right. Joey, you love the watermelon thing? It's just it's a fun summertime theme, isn't it? I mean, you just can't go wrong. And a lot of people love to do it on their porch. So I think it's a no-brainer. It screams summer. So we might as well play with it too, shouldn't we? So much fun. You know, watermelons, bees, ladybugs, all that kind of bright colors are good for summer. Good for summer. Oh my gosh, and if you're in design school, which I know a lot of you guys watching are, the project we made on Tuesday already sold at the store. The blessed sign is gone. It is gone. It was sold when I got there. Okay, we got a nice layout. Now let's hit between this. I want to put a bunch of white because I've got a lot of red dominated florals, and we're going to be adding the big beautiful bows and all that. So I really want a bunch of white behind, okay? So let's get that in next. Oh, hi Vicky, good to see you. Hey Kernan, good to see you too. Glad you're here. If there's anybody new watching, or should you you know, butter my biscuit for me, that would be wonderful. Share it with a friend who might enjoy wanting to do some floral design. Or maybe he just likes to decorate or have fun with all the fun flowers. Okay, I'm going to put these in. These are hyacinths that I think will be fun in here. I was going to cluster them up, but I think we're going to have to go one at a time. Let's get one in right here. And I really want to keep this at an angle, so let me push that in. There we go. Good. Let's put one more. You're all about color? Nice. Hi, Donna. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Mary Lou. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the watermelon. Me too. Me too. I'm glad we freestyle later. You guys are all coming and hanging out tonight. Usually I go earlier in the day, but it didn't work out today. Okay, I got a couple in there. I'm loving it. Good. Thanks, Sherry. I'm glad you enjoy it. Thank you, Lynn. I love watermelons too. Just like a no-brainer. I normally mix them with more red, but we're going to put a bunch more white today because I really want to see that pop of lighter color. I am so glad you've learned so much. I am blessed to have you guys here. I love to teach, so it's my favorite thing to do besides make with you guys. The combination of both is just so awesome. Okay, let's get these in here. I'm trying to give them a little bit of movement. There we go. Perfect. Hey, Brenda. Thank you, Kim, for the sprinkles. You're so sweet. Vince said butter my biscuit yesterday, so now that's my new term. Hey, Deborah. Right? White makes it pop. It's kind of like when we add the black ribbon in. It does that same thing. I think because this has the black dots, the white really... I just saw today in my booth, I was like, I need to add a little bit more white with the red and see if I like that. And go for it. Okay, let's look at our funky bow for spacing. This is the one I'm going to use up here, up at the top. Okay. Oh gosh, that's going to be good right there. Okay, so that's a good zone to leave open. I'm happy with that. But I need to pop that more. So now we're going to pop a little more red in. And I got some killer sunflowers that I like that are a little bit brighter red. Michaela says, miss your videos a lot. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. You know, we've got replays here. You can always go to Chloe's.com and see the blog posts there. If for some reason you're not seeing the notifications. If you're on our text list, I text you when I'm live. But we also usually are streaming to YouTube now, so if you prefer YouTube, you can watch there also. I have a question on TikTok. Yay! What am I rolling up? That is Spanish moss. So I use Spanish moss to cover the mechanics of the glue. All right? That's a good question. Great question. All right. I didn't say pumpkin yet. Give me time. Oh, I was just planning out our first fall kit coming up. You know, it's halfway to Halloween. So I thought, let's get ready and play with some fall a little bit early. This is exciting. So y'all hang in there. Fall kit is on the way. So I'll be calling them pumpkins, sure enough. All right, let's get a little sunflower in there. I do want some red, but I want that white in the background. Hey, Zarina, I'm good. Thanks for being here. Hey, Chris. I'm glad you're here too. Excellent. Brenda, matchy girl. I'll get matchy on you. You should be concerned, Brenda. Like, what is going down? Let's put another sunflower set in. Oh, I'm glad you get the text. Fantastic. That's a great way. At least you could go back through your texts, and you can always click the links. And when we put the supply list up on the website, guys, they do have links to the videos. So if we just post a video on YouTube or something, you can find it too.
We're trying to do all the things, guys. Now that I have more help at the warehouse, we're trying. I'm trying to have more fun with flowers all the time so I can spoil the pants off of y'all. Because I love hanging with you. You love the bows, Lynn? Did you get to watch me make them last night? Yeah, so we made these killer big old bows last night because we really layered them up big time. So it was fun to do. And we had fun. Oh my gosh, I love these sunflowers. Yes. Look how they're popping off. Heck yeah. Those are nice. Awesome. Hey, Mary. Melinda, you went to a local school kids production of Aladdin? How fun. Are you going to sing Arabian Nights now? All night? Arabian Nights. Woo, how fun. That was awesome. Hey, Melissa. Glad you're here. Okay. Love that. That's beautiful. I'm liking the shape. It's all good. All good. Let me zoom in a little for a second. Y'all look at it. Ooh. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Patty, you got to go to work. Okay. Patty. Just put your phone, I'm going to put one earbud in your phone and just sneak peeks when I get all excited. And you just go, oh, I got to look at it. Chloe got all excited. Jeannie, you got your order in 4 days? Yay, Jeannie. I mean, this is dream come true for me. Yes. Yes. You guys, don't forget to check out if you have an order and comment sold, too. You have not much time before your cards expire. Karen, do I have the sunflowers? Yes, we do. I can give you the item number. I will have a supply list, but not for tomorrow, not till tomorrow for the whole project. But I will share with you the numbers as I'm going to. So everything's on Khalees.com. The sunflowers are item number 12344. 12344. Hey, I'm located in Houston, Texas, in a town called Sugarland. But everything's on our website at Khalees.com. We teach you guys how to floral design. We have classes. We have free videos. We have floral supplies. All the fun stuff. I'm blessed to get to be a business coach over at Deco Exchange and teach Etsy. So I try to be doing all the things. All right, I've got one hyacinth left. I'm going to put in the top right in the middle. And we're going to cut another bush. We might double them up. Linda, yay, yay. Michaela, right? YouTube in the pocket. Y'all, I am always multitasking. I am an auditory learner, so it may not be for everybody, but I love to have something in my head always. That's why my videos, I never shut up. And I'm not for everyone. I understand that. It's okay. But I love to be telling you what I'm doing, talking to you, doing all the things. Okay, super cute. I'm loving it. I think our bow zone is perfect. Let's just see, make sure. Oh my gosh, that's perfect already. Haha. No. We're going to make this one gaudy. We're not stopping there. So hold on, folks. Scoot over, mister. We're going to step number 2. Step number 2, guys. More hyacinth, more sunflowers, because it's Freestyle Friday. And last Friday, I wanted to make something big, and I didn't get to, so we're going all out. This is getting bigger and bigger. Okay, these hyacinths are item number 73701. 73701. I know they come in other colors. This is the cream. Do I have monthly kits? Elizabeth, we don't have kits. We do have supply lists for a lot of our projects. I do sell kits. We have a couple of kits coming up. Our first Halloween kit's about to come out. And we've got another summertime kit coming out. But we don't have a subscription like that, like a kit subscription. We do have a couple of other subscriptions. If you're on our text list, when there's spots available, we'll send it out and let you know. Because we have spots that come available for our greenery subscription and our berries, blooms, branches, and buds. And those come out a couple times a month. Okay, Jill, what'd you say? Let's see. You gave a name today for Bow Wednesday. She was saying she needed help with her bows.
Thank you, Jill. Awesome. Yes, Wednesday's bow day. Yesterday we did a bow Thursday, which was an additional day, but I knew I wanted to make these big giant bows for this one. Yay! Yay! Juanita, yay. Karen, I amaze you. Yes. Kimmy, you love that I talk to you. Oh, good. Good, because I'm never shutting up. Even when I used to have 800 viewers watching, still trying to talk to everybody, still say hello, which annoyed the hell out of some people, but that's okay. They're not my people then. I still would. Okay, I'm trimming this all down, and we're putting, this is that same greenery we used back there. It works so good with that lime green ribbon, so we're putting more of it in. Okay. Thank you, Kim. Oh, Cherie, the greenery we're using. Let me give you that. I could have just given you that. Hold on. The greenery is 62887 GN. 62887 GN. I know, Angie. Yes, I had plenty of this in stock before we started in green. I know I did. I made sure because everyone's been asking for the watermelon stuff, so I want to make sure we had plenty. Right? Cherie, that was the number. If someone could pop that number in the comments, because Nicole's out, guys. She is having a vacation. I know, Becky. Isn't it super cute? The watermelon slice and all of that. It'll all be on that supply list. We'll text you out everything when the video publishes, probably tomorrow. Okay, I've got a little bit going up and down here. Hi, Shelly. How are you doing tonight? Great to see you. I'm sorry if you're watching over on YouTube and I can't see you live. I just need one more device and I'll be able to do that. Who's over here? Hey, Lillian. I think that's your name. Good to see you. The greenery number, let me give it to you again, guys. The greenery was, y'all ready to copy? 62887 GN. 62887 GN is this greenery right here. Bright green. Super cute bright green. Oh, thanks, Jeannie. You guys are awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jeannie, Kim, and Lori. You're awesome. Awesome, Shelly. You think it's very cute? Oh, thank you. All right. We're not done, though, because it may look like we're getting close to done, but no. We're going over the top. Sometimes I feel like, you know, we're from Texas. We like to overdo it sometimes. Maybe just slight bit over the top. Well, thank you, Debbie. Nancy says, is that an 18-inch grapevine? Yes. It's going in an 18. I'm coming pretty far off of it, probably 6 or 8 inches. Thank you for popping that in the comments. Also, too, over here, Kim, thank you. You're awesome. Barbara, we'll be doing a supply list, but it's not going to come out until tomorrow because it'll be too late for me to text it, okay? I don't want to be, abusing y'all too much on the text. Just slightly abusing. Yes, I will have a supply list, but anybody who wants to grab something ahead of time, I am sending it out to you early right now. Just call them out. Okay, I am just trying to kind of go on the other side of the bow here. And I really wanted just chunks of white to lay these bows on top of. See how pretty that is going to contrast with that chunking around it? I like that. And then we're going to add more movement with sunflowers too in just a second. So I know they're really working good, Brenda. I was thinking of like using the delphiniums, but I like these better because they're thicker. They're reasonably priced, and they're very, they're going to create like a good backdrop. Well, I did a TikTok today. Yesterday. I did one talking about how I needed to add like some drama to the back of a piece. And the reason was because the florals I used in there were just a little too, you know, transparent. They were there, but they weren't creating a good solid backdrop. So that's exactly what I thought these would work, because they're dense and the eye is going to stop at them. Where when I use a lot of wispy stuff, sometimes the eye goes past it. So I hope it makes sense. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Oh, good. You're quick, Barbara. Quick on the draw. Elizabeth, the supply list will have the bows also. Yeah, it will have all the ribbons and the bows. It will have the whole thing. And you can come back and watch the video. We'll have a link to the bow video too, okay? I'm sorry. I know, fancy watermelon. Shelly, yeah, we have the watermelon in our shop too. It'll be on the supply list tomorrow. I think it's brand new, so it's not online. But yes, it came from our shop. It is like a burlap material on a wire frame. And it's got a cute little grapevine edge. Okay, here comes some more sunflowers in. And I really, really want the drama happening. So I'm going to use this kind of coming down, like the party is coming down. I love these dramatic sunflowers. I hope I bought enough of them. They're like perfectly shaped. And their wires are good. Oof. I love these. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's just splitting beautifully in there. Let me move my little table over here. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit more on that side, flowing up. Yes! Thank you, Susan! How's our shipping time? You wouldn't believe it. It's been less than 5 days. So you should be getting turnaround time, as in it leaves the warehouse within 5 days. And then FedEx and US Post and all that's been pretty good. So it's been much faster. We're going to cross our fingers that it gets to stay that way. Okay, let's put this one at the top between that hyacinth. Thanks, Arena. I'm so glad you think that. Awesome. How are you doing, Kim? Good to see you tonight. All right, I'm going up to the top here. Y'all, and if you could do me a favor and just, if you're watching on Facebook, would you mind liking our page and following us, getting notifications, that'd be great. If you're on YouTube, if you could hit the bell icon and subscribe, like our videos, all that stuff would be fantastic. And if you're on TikTok, if you could also follow us and double click the screen and give us some love, that would be awesome. Okay? I'd appreciate it. It would help me out a lot. We show our videos to you more often. So this is Spanish moss I'm rolling up if you're wondering what I'm doing. That's covering my glue. It helps secure my stem. Kind of makes like a moss sandwich. And then it's all really secure. Okay. I love this so much. This is so good already. Okay. I'm happy. Thank you, Donna. Brenda says, I do my best work on freestyle fries. Well, Brenda, sometimes I throw the budget out the window. Sometimes I just let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. I got a lot of hyacinth at the top, but that's okay. I am going to put another sunflower, I think, up there. I'm going to save this little bit of greenery here until I get my bows in. And I want to pop another sunflower at the top. Let's put it in first, maybe. I was trying to see if we wanted to put it in last. Thanks, Carol. Kim can't hear me. Dang, Kim. I was going to tell you. Bill, not for everyone. Bill, doesn't sound like you're my perfect person then. Yeah, if you want to come out, thanks for helping her and telling her that. Right, Brenda? They're with the budget. They're with the budget. I love to put all the florals in. So juicy, guys. This beautiful red with the white is really popping. And so the nice thing about doing something like this is people could use this for Americana, and they could just pop in a couple little flags, and then they could use it for the rest of the summer. Okay, that looks good. I really like that all around the top. Brenda, great minds think alike with the audio's budget. Yes. Okay, our foundation's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with everything we've done so far, so I'm going to go ahead and pop in our bows, okay? We know we're going super over the top. Hey, Teresa, this is an 18-inch grapevine. It's a fairly big one. All right, our bow that we made with the long tails, I'm going to use that at the bottom. I love the way the tails are going to like rocket on the door. So they'll come on down and flow down in the door. So let's come over here. And I'm going to run this through. And I'm going to try not to go too far in the back. Maybe limited on space here. Okay, let's put this in. So these are really full over the top bows. So whoever buys this one is going to have to love big old bows. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty though. It looks so pretty. What a proper bow. It's so cute with all the little loops. I know. Thank you. You guys are so super sweet. Hey, Triple D. Good to see you. Special kisses for Triple D tonight. Okay, big bow in. Wow. Dang. Sometimes I'm a no bow person, but we might have to be bowing it more. That's pretty. Now let's bring it in here. Okay, now here is our funky bow, and sometimes I like to rotate those a little, or I can have it straight. I think I'm rotating it this way. On yours, you can do it any way you want. Let's bring it in, and I'm going to put that right up here. And I'm so glad we really popped a lot of the hyacinth in. I think that set a really nice perimeter. Yeah, Melinda, we're going over the top today. You know, it's Friday. Some days it can't be simple. You know, we're going to have Simple Saturday tomorrow, and we'll keep it simple. Keep it easy for you. But not tonight. Not tonight. We got to go big. You know, I'm from Texas. We were playing around. And no one's missing this. Nobody's missing this wreath from the street. Nobody. Nobody. Everybody's going to know. You know, that TikTok, nobody's going to know. Not in this case. Everybody. Jeannie, you like the bow rotated? Yeah. That's a little fun little addition we can do. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Okay. Now, we're not done. We're homing it in. You like it, Teresa? Thank you. Thanks, guys. I love it when a plan comes together. Now, I've got just a touch of greenery, and I'm going to try to tuck a little of this around our bows, just to pop a little in. And then, you know, we're going to put our twigs. I got to play with those new twigs. Okay. Let's put them in. Thanks, Mandy. Yeah, oh, awesome. Kim says it's all of the colors. It really pops. It's a great combination, isn't it, Kim? So I'm just going to tuck a couple of these in. Shelly, I'm from Houston, down here, and actually live in Sugarland. So, down south of you. Thank you, Linda. You're enjoying it? Awesome. I think that turned out really pretty. So I'm just kind of softening the lines a little with a little bit of greenery up here. Pop them in. Okay. You know, the whole design started with the bow, so I would encourage you to do that also. If you can start with your bow, you know, kind of design it out, and then you can figure out what florals and greenery you want to put with it. You might feel a little less overwhelmed if you can do that. Okay, let's put one more on that other side. Hey, you know what? I sold very simple. I sold lots of very simple wreaths also. So It's totally okay, but I like to make big, beautiful things. Right? Thank you, Debbie. Nobody's gonna miss it, Elizabeth. It's big. Big and bold. And it's really not tacky. I mean, I can make it tacky. It's not. It's good. Hey, Roxanne, thank you. Kimmy, you like when I go over the top? Oh my gosh, thank you. Tell you what, I sell them too. I mean, sometimes it's scary to try something that's really got so many layers and it ends up being more expensive. But I've yet to, any of these gorgeous ones have always sold. I just kind of pushed that one into the design. Let me step back a little bit and see. It's pretty good. I want a little bit more twig right here. I don't know if I have anything long enough. Let's play with our, it's our new vine. And it's so, look at the texture on it. You guys see? It's just so fun. So let's play with this because why not? See if hopefully one thing will work. I only have one to play with, so we're gonna have to make it work. Let's cut it in some sections where I can kind of have it come out of the top. We'll start up there. Hey, Jody from Waco, good to see you. Glad you're here, fellow Texan. Awesome. Thank you, Pat. Okay. Awesome, Lori. Thank you. You guys are all coming out tonight. Elizabeth, you need it? I love it. You could definitely have it, Elizabeth. If you in the market for one, we can ship it to you. All right, here's my first section of twig. I'm going to use this kind of coming out in this section. Right, Pat? Just big and beautiful. Let me get in here. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. I love these twigs already. I hope one is enough. They're kind of wispy, so they're funky. Ooh, that's cool. Look how you can cut the little pieces off, too. Oh, my gosh. And they have a little leaf. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's see. I cannot see your comments all of a sudden. What happened? I don't know why. Well, I hope you guys can still see me. Huh, let me see here. Okay, well, hopefully you can still see me. I can't see your comments all of a sudden. I lost them. But I'm going to keep on keeping on here. I accidentally dipped my twig into the glue. Let me cut that part off. Because it's too much glue. I can still see you guys on TikTok. Oh, I can't see the comments on Facebook. I'll try one more time, but I don't know. Hopefully y'all can see me. I am doing good. I'm just adding twigs. And I'm trying to kind of tuck some in here down at the bottom too, that kind of like coming around those sunflowers, and we'll keep working around the other side. If anybody is watching on Facebook and could pop over to TikTok and let me know that you guys can still see me. I know a couple of you watch both places. So that would be very helpful. Hopefully I'm still streaming. Hopefully. These are just so, they're just so fine. And I love these little leaves on here. Super cute. Oh, super cute. I don't think I've ever had a really fine twig like this. It's pretty neat. Oh yes, look at that in there. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, cool. Okay, get the moss off here. Anybody came over here? Oh, thanks, Lauren. Thank you. You like the bows? Thank you. We went like to town on these bows. We did. So it looks like on here they come in two little sections. So I'm just cutting them fairly long so I can get that nice little curve in here. Thank you, Sue. Oh, Darla, thank you. Oh, thank you, Lauren. You guys are over here. Thanks, guys. You can still see me on Facebook. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. I was hoping. I don't know why I lost comments, but I'm still making with you, so I'm glad you can still see. Okay, get this in here tight. Oh, just feels too loose. There we go. You know, you gotta feel it go in nice and tight. Oh, that's fun. Now it's getting my style. Getting more funky. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I'm telling you, technology is always something, isn't it? I'm gonna put these sit up just a little bit more. And then I think it'd be fun to have one. Let me put one more up here. Coming off the top. Now, if you like the clean look and you're not into twigs, you don't have to put them at all. Because a lot of people love it just clean and neat. Like these bows add that really clean, like little proper look. And I don't make those bows very often where they're just loaded with loops. Okay, these are so cool. Oh, I love that. I've still got enough left. Ooh, look, I wish we could just use this whole chunk like this and boost it out of there. Ah, that would be so fun. Ah. Okay, good, Brenda. Awesome. Yeah, you guys watch wherever you want. You can see from different angles. I wish I had one camera that could do everything. Maybe one day. Probably just takes money. They probably have it out there. Just getting more technology. Brenda was saying she liked the full longer view. I probably look slimmer that way too, Brenda. Okay, I'm gonna come in. We're gonna have a little twig kind of coming out from under this bow. So I'm gonna just pull up her knickers here. Excuse me, ma'am, and just pop that underneath. Just let that go down. A little popping coming out of there. And then I'm just gonna put a little either direction. My new favorite twig. Totally my new favorite twig. Brenda, you can see how much weight I lost. You're so sweet. It's a start, Brenda. Got a long way to go, but I'll take my 20 pounds and I'll start with that. It's a good start on my weight loss. I apologize if you're chatting and I can't see your comments. I'm so sorry. I'll try one more time to see if I can see them. I love to chat with you guys, but for some reason, I'm getting nothing. Okay. I'm going to go on this side too. I'm going kind of near where I put the sunflowers. I think that would be pretty. Just letting them be wild. Let's see if this will work. Okay, yay. Kathy, I see your comment. Hello. Good to see you. Hey, Patricia. Thank you, Susan. I'm putting in all my twigs. Let's see. I'm going to put this one in over here. I'm going to reverse this just a little bit. Let that kind of come over. Oh my gosh, I love these new twigs. Whoa, they are really fine. They're just funky cool. Love that. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys loving it. Okay, I've got a few pieces down here. I think I want to use one piece just kind of coming under the bow, right here towards the center. I think that will be my final touch. And we will put that in and be good to go. So stay tuned tomorrow. I'll text out the supply list for this project, and we'll also text you when we're live. We'll have Simple Saturday tomorrow, making something easy and simple. Right? It was hot today, Brett. It was. Yeah, I am really big on layering. Let's see who this is. This is Kim. She's saying, Clea, a lot of the watermelon's covered. So in my designs and how I teach in design school, there's lots of depth and dimension. Let me show you. You probably don't even realize. That's like my superpower, right? Anybody can make a wreath that's flat and put a watermelon and slap a bow on it. But it takes a lot more skill and practice in order to add layers and dimensions. So even like today when I'm talking about adding that hyacinth to the back and popping in, you know, all these different little layers, what happens is when you're able to do that in your designs, if you sell them, you're able to get more money for them just because the competition doesn't know how to do that, or they're not able to do it. You saw the depth, great. So that's something I'm big on, and it may not be everybody's style, but it's totally something I enjoy doing, and I established that style a long time ago, and it's really served me well. My pieces generally stand way out, and so my design school students, they're learning how to do that, and sometimes it's out of their comfort zone too to try it, but we talk about depth, dimension, layers, and yeah, our pieces have structure, and yes, we can always stop at a really easy stopping point, which we had earlier. We could have stopped with one bow, the watermelon, the hyacinth, and the greenery. It looked really pretty. Then we added the sunflowers, and then it went to the next level and the next level. So today we really went over the top and had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I like to go crazy freestyling with you guys.